2.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Ethan Klein, host of the H3 podcast. He's up. I am up like Jesus on Easter. And we know how up that is. That's up as it gets. Yes, it is November 8th. Thank you guys for being here. He's up. That's like nothing. You know what? Nothing says Jesus Christ has risen again like a slide whistle. I think the Christians would appreciate that sentiment. We love the Christians, though, don't we, folks? We love them and we kid them. Today,
the Italians, I love the Italians.
We sure do. Today's November 8th. It's Wednesday. It's off the rails. I'm still feeling kind of sick, so I'm gonna talk. I'm trying not to project too much because yesterday on the members live, it was kind of hoarse situation for me.
What?
What?
Can't hear you.
You've got to project.
Oh, come on. Not funny.
Huh?
Come on. I'm going through enough. Don't tease me.
Sorry?
Ethan, what?
Story of my life.
What?
Exactly.
Nice.
God damn, this thing is droopy, Dan. It's like, can't keep it
Got
up.
pills for that.
Yeah, he's up, but he's not. Anyway, guys, we have tons of fun stuff to get to today, including more chocolate. But don't worry, it's not like a whole thing if you care. But we just heard that Tony, who's key. Let me get a different Tony.
Yeah.
Here. And Tony, apparently Tony is the king of fair trade ethical chocolate, which has been, a big part of the conversation we've been having with our chocolatiers.
What are you afraid of, Ian?
This is a fat fucking bar too, boy. And I'm assuming that the Milka came from You Love. This is, I know, like a European delight.
It didn't, but it could have been because I do like that chocolate. It's very European.
Yeah, this stuff's, it's a nice treat.
I brought that one too.
It's a nice treat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try them. Probably gonna like them. I'm curious about Tony though. What's Tony doing? How's Tony do this stuff?
Rolo Tony Brown.
What are you afraid of, Ian?
Does freedom taste better? I think it does, probably. We'll see. We've got all kinds of fun stuff to talk about. You've seen it in the title. We got the Boogie documentary. So many great moments in that. I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. We've got the this guy we watched he's yelling and harassing Scientologists in Hollywood. He's calling in at 2 p.m. A local hero. And other fun stuff, you know what I mean? But at the top of the show, I want to say a few things here because we don't have sponsors, obviously. Why would we? So I want to say, first of all, thank you to our members who support us during these trying times.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Teddy Fresh new collection. This shirt is sick. I didn't actually even know. I just saw it for the first time. It's Captain Planet saying, what does it say?
That place is fucked.
And he's smoking a cigarette. Sick.
I'm not long for this planet.
Can you unkey it?
There is only one key.
Okay.
There is only one key.
Oh, that's Jigsaw. I was wondering who that is. Also, excuse me. We also have the Black Friday sale is tomorrow. Again, I am out of the loop. I don't know what's going on.
Black Friday is not tomorrow.
It's not even close, but tomorrow is the Black Friday sale.
Whoa.
It is both not Friday and not Black Friday.
Friday.
But regardless,
We're moving forward.
regardless,
We got it wrong on the calendar, and we're not making any changes.
tomorrow is the Black Friday sale. I don't have any interesting media to even share with you guys either. So you just have to take my word for it. You know?
Use your imagination. Just think about what you could look like.
Here's one.
Teddy
Let's see.
Fresh.
It's up to 60% off. You guys know we always go hard as shit on our
60?
up to 60%, yeah.
You couldn't even get Jonathan to do 22.
That's what I'm saying. This man couldn't, you know, like, come on, bro.
Sorry, I don't want to give him shit. You got enough shit.
Damn it. I guess here's a video. Let's see. Is there? Probably I'm not even gonna play the music. Who has the best Black Friday sale? Is Teddy Fresh? Made by Bears. No. Is Teddy Fresh Black Friday sale this year? I'll just tell you guys. I'll ruin the surprise.
Hold on.
Yeah, tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST, up to 60% off. You guys know it always goes crazy hard on that day, so see you there. See you there. Also exciting to announce, our annual trading cards have arrived. Are these going on sale now?
On sale now.
Oh, they're already on sale. Okay. So this is a tradition we've been doing annually now. This would be our third year. Last year we had the Golden Prolapse, which was very, very exciting as a collectible. This year we have Ethan's credit card. And this is a bona fide. These are the real digits. It's got a real barcode. You can use this. You can go to APN and buy yourself a soda right now.
to me, damn it.
So 1,000 lucky orders will be getting one of these. Here's the pack. Let me look at the gallery because obviously we'll see them better. Now, the theme of this year's pack was that each person made their own card.
Yeah.
And, you know, the continuing theme
A
of
lot of help from Cam.
not me,
You did it all 100% your own.
100% myself.
Right.
Some people understandably were like, I can't do Photoshop,
Right.
which I get.
But conceptually, everybody came up with their own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Continuing with the theme of artistic expression that we've been doing this year, we said, let's go do it on the cards. Let's take a look. By the way, worth noting, 100% of all of the profits from this / revenue will be going to the crew. I will not be taking a dime with
It's your
peace.
card a little bit, isn't it?
And it is my card, and that's, you know, that's the kind of boss I am to you guys. Not only am I not taking cut, I'm sending untold vast amounts of money to 1,000 of you guys.
Redistribution king right here.
So support the crew and also get yourself some great cards. Take a look. So there are two different cards. One that you can buy now that we have in stock, and then some that if it goes over the total amount we have, it will go to a pre-order. This is just so that everyone can get one that wants to. Basically.
There are slightly different cards in the 2-packs, though. I will.
And they're
point out.
also all available now.
And they're all
The green
available now.
packs are going to ship in January.
So these red ones are going to ship immediately. When people can expect them when?
Before Christmas.
Before Christmas for sure. Early December.
Yep.
And then these ones will come in January, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. There's different cards in each pack, as I'll show you guys. So let's take a look at the green pack. Yeah, the green pack has these special, exclusive, shiny art cards featuring Ethan by Dan, Ethan by Olivia, Ethan by Hila, Ethan by Cameron, and Ethan by Zach. Beautiful. And then in the red one, you get Ethan by AB, by Ian, by Sam, by Lena, and by somebody whose name was filtered out.
Me.
AB, right?
No, by love, but thank you.
Oh. There you go.
I feel you got slighted here, love. Do you agree?
I mean, we're getting all the profits. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't care.
whatever. No
Yeah,
complaint. Also 1,000 random people, and this will be in both both packs will have an opportunity to get the credit card, or just the beginning?
I think just the first pack.
The first one.
Mm-hmm.
So that.
Oh, is that wrong?
True?
Oh,
I think we're gonna.
both packs are gonna have the credit.
Yeah,
card.
we're gonna. It's gonna be spread out. For
500 of the red pack orders and 500 of the green pack orders.
Okay,
So
cool.
you don't have to worry. And if you buy the red pack and the green pack, I'm gonna ship the red pack out early, so you're gonna get it in December, and then you'll get your green pack later.
Now again, listen, you don't have to buy both packs, just for the record. It's just there's 5 different ones in each pack, just to a little treasure there for you guys. So this is the one I made, and this might look simple to you, but I promise this took me like 5 hours.
It's still real to me, damn it.
I did capitalism. I created this basically right after the socialism, capitalism debate we had here.
Money.
It's got unlimited health, livable wage. Here's my attack. Your boss is one of the good guys. He might be a capitalist, but he loves the working class. You have a wage high enough to pay your rent, health insurance, car payments, and food.
Wow.
And
Wow.
here,
Wow.
here's a picture of a generous capital owner sharing the wealth. Moving on, here's Giantess Ela. We love.
Giantess Stomp.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Get stomped.
Number one. This one turned out really good, Dan.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
great job, Dan.
Cam helped with this.
Yeah, I mean, Dan
Beautiful.
took the photos.
I did. I had the concept. Cam had the execution.
I actually took the photo, but it's all good.
Oh, okay. Dan did nothing.
Yeah, I
I'm
stood
kidding.
there.
It turned out really good, though.
Yeah.
Wan. W. Dan. Olivia, just precious, as you would expect.
Thank
Rainbows,
you.
stars, flowers.
It's happening.
It is happening.
Literally. Thank you, Max, for helping me.
Oh, of course.
Zach the Sound Lad in space.
Wow.
The master of shred.
That one's special.
That one is beautiful.
That's a nice
I
one.
just want to say I designed that all by myself.
Yeah.
Hey.
made that?
Yes. In
Very good.
a program that
Yeah, in Canva. So I had to go through, I had to export everything separately. Exactly. He's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He goes his own way.
I think I guess it's too late, but live at the Roxy would have been pretty cool too.
I was floating around with some ideas, but I wanted it to be kind of like a action figure, like old 70s Star Wars story.
Got it.
know.
Yeah,
I like it.
Definitely giving Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's bigger than the Roxy now. He sold out. I mean, he was at the Bowl. So
Yeah.
I guess
Right.
what I mean is you missed the opportunity to promote your next show.
Right.
Oh, that
Well,
one.
that
would have been interesting.
that's how he got so good at Canva. He was making all of his promotions.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Oh, this one is so good, Ian. Two wolves.
Yes, I did. I designed this one myself as well.
This is a really
50-50
beautiful
background
card,
and stuff,
frankly. Comedy aside, aesthetically very pleasing to
Yeah.
look at.
Thank you. It's a strong card for sure.
Absolutely. Sam and the Gecko Curse.
Awesome. Terrifying.
Curse Cuisine.
Horrific.
Oh my God.
And she is the queen of Curse Cuisine. AB, he has unknown health. Savior of babies and pregnant women. Destroyer of doors. Loser of boxing matches.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Cameron is Bird Brain. What's the 7777777 HP?
I just like 7. I don't know.
Okay.
I do too.
And I did 7 sevens on there.
Understood. Understood. Fat Love. This is so funny. First time at Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Did we talk about how people were like trying to defend you against fat shaming?
Yeah, you mentioned it on Sint.
So
people are like, yeah.
People were like, "Can you guys please stop being rude? Like, is it nobody noticing the crazy fat shaming going on with Love?"
Yeah, people are.
Which is,
defending me.
I appreciate. It's sweet, but
Yeah.
he's not. This isn't what he looks like. Not
No.
that there's anything wrong with being fat.
I'm getting there, but not yet.
Not yet.
And I guess I apparently spelled defense wrong, and I said, "Fuck it, dude, leave it in."
That's love core
That
right
is
there.
so authentic of
Wait,
you.
what did you misspell?
Defense, like the right below my hand.
Oh, defense. Got it.
Apparently, it's not spelled like that.
First time at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Whoops. Up next, we have Lena, the assistant extraordinaire, executive assistant extraordinaire. She's got so many arms. She's got so many ways. I mean, look at this. She really is something. Thank you, Lena.
Thank you.
Okay.
Distraction. This is just a kind of out there card, you know.
It's an instant, you know, or maybe it's a sorcery card actually. Yeah.
Ethan by AB, Ethan by Ian, Ethan by Love, Ethan by Sam, Ethan by Lena. This is a blank one, I guess, for your own creation. Is that
Yeah,
the
make
idea?
your own. Oh, right, and there's another little bonus that we're gonna do. Max brought us all these blank cards and passed them out to everybody on the crew and gave us a Sharpie. And we're all gonna doodle something today on these, and these will also randomly be sent to
people that ordered today.
People that ordered today specifically.
Also, I'm the guy that made the cards.
Yeah, this is Max, by the way. People who don't know.
So that's it. So this is on h3shop.com, is that right?
No, it's on trdng.shop, trading.shop.
It's in the description, and it's on a pinned comment or a
trading.shop.
We also have a tiny bit of these available. The second pack, we just had a couple left over.
Oh, nice.
Those are going to go in like a second, and they're available now.
There it is. So, my friends, it is time, that time of year. Oh, look at us. We got the whole hero landing page. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Look at us.
So, this
Oh,
is
wait,
great.
we do
And
have one other thing.
once again, the quality of these cards are fantastic. I mean, you've seen them in previous years. What, Dan?
I just remember we have one other thing to show.
What's that?
We made a little ad for these.
Right. And if that wasn't enough to convince you, we have a special message from the crew.
I remember the laughs, the lifelong friends, the games, the puking, the chewing into the microphone, the tears, the bomb threats, the feuds, the peace, the love, the W's and the L's, the cancellations, the triumphs. Remember, remember the good times. H3 Podcast Trading Cards, out now.
That made me emotional. I frankly was really kind of heartbroken by the end, just realizing that like
crushed
one
you.
day,
wow,
we're all this place is gonna be over. The
That's
lights
true.
are gonna turn off. Everyone's gonna go their own way.
From dust to dust.
Dan's gonna
All
be
things,
old.
all things must end.
Hopefully in a long time, but still in a time.
Sooner than you think.
So buy some cards now to remember it. Buy some cards.
I love how you guys get so activated on this project for some reason. It's like you guys care so much about this one. It's nice to see.
It is strange.
Yeah.
Also, the green packs, they're on sale until December 1st. So it's like an uncapped pre-order. The red ones, we only have 5,000 of them, and we're expecting them to sell out pretty quickly. So
Well, we'll
for
see.
the,
You
go
know,
up.
don't count your eggs before they hatch. There.
Well, order now.
Order now. Yeah. Never make predictions. Nah.
Oh yeah, shout out to Olivia. I already see people saying asking about the makeup. Olivia did the makeup. Looked
Oh
great,
my
didn't it?
God, it was so good.
You oldified me.
It was literally so good.
Oh, thank you. I did a stage theater makeup class in college, so I tried my best.
On sale until
I thought Ela said the same thing. I thought it was like a AI.
Yo,
An AI
hush.
remix.
Thank you.
Well, that photo, that Ian, you took that, right? It's like the new iPhone. Makes everything look so damn good.
That's true. Thank you, Steve Jobs.
Thanks, Stevie.
Stevie, you made our movie so good.
We love you.
You guys may not know, but that was a parody of the David Dobrik Dispo ad. The app that is doing really well. I don't know if you guys been following, but it has a ton of users on it. And I actually just wanted to watch this because I forgot kind of what this is all about. Let's see. Is this a claim? Is this a...
I think it might.
They're claim a fucking ad, you monsters.
I can mute it so we don't.
You did. Is it? You think it's just the music?
It might just be the music. Yeah.
All right, I'll mute it.
Play the silly sex music.
Let me just get a taste of it. You know what? This is so unfair, David. How are you gonna actually like try to? Because doing it as a parody, I can see how manipulative it is. Because it made me sad. And here's David. Remember the good times, huh?
You remember our parody that we made of this?
Did we
Cam made an edit where he replaced all the photos with Jeff's hospital photos.
Wait, I want to watch that.
It was years ago now. I'll see if I can find it somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
That's a funny edit.
It was before my time, actually.
David Dobrik is
Somebody
never going to
made an edit.
reproduce.
Maybe it wasn't Cam. Maybe it was somebody on the subreddit did that.
He's still doing the tongue thing after all these years.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate it. It makes me so uncomfortable. But there it is. I think he sold it for a nice little token. Probably.
Yeah.
I think he did sell it, yeah.
You know, I'm not sure because his cancellation coincided. Can we fact check that?
Oh, Spark Capital decides to sever all ties with David Dobrik's
Yeah.
Dispo apps week after leading deal. Oh, he might have got fucked on it.
I think
actually.
it may have just crashed totally and utterly. Because he was about to get paid from that. Like, paid.
Yeah. Get that nice stat money.
Nice got 20 million for his. I think David was pushing
Even
him well
more?
above
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But so anyway, that's all that stuff happening there. Wait, he sold it for 25 million, maybe?
Casey, yeah.
Oh, he sold it for 25. Good for you, Casey. And also, I'll say Beam also doing very well now. All of these creator apps in general are just doing phenomenally out there and well worth the price, 25 million. I'm sure CNN doesn't regret that at all.
Yeah.
25.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So yeah, one call to action, Dream Nightmare Remix. The deadline is today.
Yeah.
So people at home who are working, get it in by the end of the day today so we can start sorting through them. Friday is going to be phenomenal. There are so many good submissions. I truly believe that I'm going to try to convince Dream to like do official collab with the winner. To like officially license the song.
That'd be cool.
Could be a B-side on the single.
I mean,
it's like a remix.
And let's be real, these ones are way better than his. And I say that with peace and love. He said the same thing. His voice is beautiful. The music, you know, I don't know. Here's our Dobrik parody. Let's see. Oh, he's so sad because he's old and he's got such great memories. This is our own music, right, Zach?
I believe so, yes.
Now, funnily enough...
So who made this? If it were...
Oh, we made it. It's Seth. What? Yeah, I remember this. Seth was getting... He's looking at pictures of Seth and a gorilla? That's fucked
And
up.
Jason in like blackface? What the
Right.
hell?
That's not cool at all.
These are the memories you cherish, David, after all these years?
Oh my god.
These are the photos you saved of everything. Trisha crying and you bowling Big Nick? Oh my goodness.
We see what happened as a result of he bullied Big Nick, and look what fucking
Look what happened.
Created a supervillain. We made some good stuff. I'll tell you. You go back. Oh my god, what happened to me?
Oh my god, noodle hair.
I tell you, you go back. There's some good stuff out there. I'll tell you. We're working out here. So that's everything. We have all where do we begin? I kind of want to try some of this chocolate. I don't.
Well, our guest is going to be calling in about 15 minutes. So
I'm just a little hungry.
Do you want to order food?
I think it's too early for that. This one sounds crazy. Tony's chocolate only?
Choco lonely?
Choco lonely? Why lonely? This says milk chocolate, caramel, pretzel, almond, nougat, and sea salt. Count me in, dude. So people know about Tony's. This is apparently a delicatessen. This is
I'm in a sea of
people that know about chocolate, that know about Tony's. Hey, Tony, I'm making chocolate over here. Fair trade, slavery free.
You think Tony knows the Mott's boss?
This is so fucking good.
We gonna get together?
I love this. This is like, I'm not a bar person, but this is the type of bar I like.
Gustus Gloop Core.
Those ingredients are so good. Caramel, pretzel, almond, nougat. That's like all the stuff I like. Wrapped into one. Tony, come on. Who you kidding, huh? Tony. All right, one more bite, and then I'll get out of this. Wow. Anyone try this?
Fuck, I need to try that shit.
Hey.
I can't eat any more chocolate, man.
I'm having trouble, too. I have a lot at home now.
I think Ethan
Because
wants
Halloween
to meet
just
Tony.
happened, too, so we got chocolate leftover trick-or-treat candy.
I think I may have ruined chocolate for myself for a little while.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead, Queen.
you seem to be loving that Tony bar.
I did love that. I can't
don't
eat
know
more.
chocolate.
I can't eat more than that, though. I feel like my limit is very.
Tony Chocolate's #1 hater is in the chat. There's one person who's all caps.
Is their name
screaming?
Is their
about how
name
they
Jonathan?
hate Tony.
I hate this candy.
I see you out there. Oh, they're upset.
Wait,
All
why?
right, chill.
Wait, why are they so upset? What's happening?
Just Tony. Here, it's moving really fast.
What could you say about Tony?
I hate Tony's. All caps.
I thought it tastes great.
Wow. You know, I've been kind of sour out here because, in my opinion, European chocolate is really much better than American one, but this is probably one of the better ones.
That's
I've
more
ever had.
European style.
Yeah. This is
milky,
Mhm,
creamy.
exactly. Wow, that's really good.
Oh, here's cookie. I'm gonna try the cookie one.
I think I'm with you, Ethan. I'm chocolate out.
You don't want to try the Tony?
I've had so much chocolate in the.
Yeah.
Dude, yesterday I was eating one of the bars that we have on the counter, and I felt something crunchy, and the remainder of my crown fell
Was
out.
it nougat?
No, it was my tooth. Yeah.
Your tooth broke eating chocolate?
Yeah.
Whose chocolate was that?
The second one.
Compartes?
Yeah, Compartes.
Dude, I can't. What the fuck?
It's not their fault. It was already chipped.
Are you sure? How do you know?
I don't know. Let's see what kind of offer they make.
It's not your fault.
Is that your actual tooth or a crown?
I thought it was my actual tooth, but Dennis told me it was a crown. Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. Well, yeah. To replace it though, because it keeps falling out, because my actual tooth is
okay.
so tiny, it's like over $3,000, which is insane.
People are correcting us, love. Tony's is actually, it tastes European because it is.
Oh.
It is.
Oh, look at that.
It's made in, I think it said Belgium. I'm trying to find. Yeah, Belgium.
That's a bummer. I thought I was going to be nice to the Americans for once, but I guess not.
That isn't the
The Belgium, they got the way with the chocolate.
Yeah, they do. Oh,
Made
yeah,
in
shout out.
Belgium with cocoa butter from the Ivory Coast. How much is a bar of this? And I need to emphasize how fat this fucking bar is. Like you could use this as a weapon.
Where I got it, it was $5.99.
That's a good price for this much chocolate.
And that's after being imported.
That looks like a movie Willy Wonka bar.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
That's
The packaging.
it looks just like the movie Wonka bar.
Amazing.
Oh God.
The
So
T-Shell movie.
I think actually I had a write up here because I'm real curious. So many people are invested in the chocolate slave industry, so I wanted to learn about it. Many cocoa farmers in West Africa source around 70% of the world's cocoa. And they engage in human trafficking, child labor, and child slavery? Are you fucking serious?
Colonialism, baby. Here to stay.
Wait, they traffic and put kids into slavery to farm chocolate cocoa? Jesus.
Yeah, it's not good.
And you think that like Hershey's and these big companies use that shit?
Well, Nestle was famously like in a big lawsuit about that I think went to the Supreme Court.
It's crazy because they bribe them with chocolate at first to get them there, and then they're part of the trade.
Farmers only earn 6.6% of the price of a chocolate bar, and many of themselves are living in poverty. 6 Malians brought suit against Nestle and Cargill. Is that the who's Cargill?
It's probably one of those big.
I can't eat more.
Yeah,
I'm literally
take it
done.
away.
I'm
Cargill, for global food, agriculture, and bioindustrial specialist. This is a big like ag company. It's big ag.
So they sued them, alleging that they had been enslaving children at cocoa plantations. They describe working hours without pay, suffering hunger, hazardous working condition, and brutal beatings. What the fuck? The companies won the battle in court, but not the wider war they were waging. The court deemed the connection between these companies and the particular labor as too tenuous, but it did affirm that companies can still be held liable for such abuses under the ATS statute. I don't know what ATS is.
Roald Dahl tried to warn us, dude. He couched it in a children's fantasy, but he's trying to point out those Oompa Loompas.
And then, so if you're looking at the ATS grants federal jurisdiction over any civil action where an alien sues for a tort. Got it. I like torts. You like torts? Isn't that a Mexican sandwich?
Tort.
Are you
I like
thinking
it.
torta?
Torts. I call them torts.
Okay, delicious.
Okay, I like it.
I'm a fan of torts. I got sued for tortious interference. I said, I like torts.
I was going to say.
What is torta?
Oh, a torta? It's like it's a Mexican sandwich.
In Swedish, torta is cake. The word.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I like
It's
it.
essentially like every Mexican food is like the same 5 ingredients. So
Right.
it's this, but in a sandwich.
Very good.
People like it. I mean,
I'll try it.
Refers to flatulence.
that one of all the Mexican items you'll see on the menu seems to be of one of the more authentic items in terms of what you might find in Mexico.
Okay. Interesting.
So here's what Tony does differently. A chocolate love affair. Ben and Jerry has joined. Oh, wait. No, sorry. That was a collab with Ben and Jerry. I'm not reading that. It says, hi there. We're Tony's Choco Lonely. We exist to end exploitation in the cocoa industry. Our vision is chocolate that is 100% free from exploitation. Not just our chocolate, but all chocolate worldwide. The more people join us and share our story, the sooner our vision can become the norm. The chocolate is yours. Are you in? Most impressively is that this costs $6. I mean, that tells me that people who are not using like ethical chocolate are, it's not because of the margins, because $6 is really good. It's made in Belgium. It's shipped out here. You know what I mean? Huh. Okay, we like Tony's.
Why do you keep saying Belgian? Does
It's
it say
made in
Belgian
Belgium.
on the packaging?
It's made
Everybody
in-
in the chat kept saying it was Dutch.
It's made in Belgium. It literally says made in Belgium.
Okay, well, there you go. Chat's wrong.
I mean, Dutch, well, close.
They're next to each other.
Yeah. I'm literally looking at it.
Okay,
It says
you
Belgium.
win.
Belgium. Belgium.
Take the L.
That spells Belgium, right? Belgium. I gotta make sure because you never know.
Sound it out.
All right. So there you go. AB, what happened with your fucking tooth though?
Yeah, I don't know. It just my actual tooth is so tiny that it's hard for the crown to grip onto it. So this is like Lena's laughing. This is like the third time it's cracked.
Why is it funny, Lena?
I don't know. It just is. It happened before. And he walks around with this tooth, and I'm like, what are you doing with it? He keeps it in his pocket.
I don't know, in case they need it, but they said it was already too far gone.
Wait, is it in your pocket now?
No, it's under my pillow.
Nice.
No, I don't have it.
So you want some fucking
I like that joke.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Ashley says the most dangerous raw material to get is palm oil. Lots of people die from that. Interesting. Tell me more about foods that I need not eat. Child slavery? I mean, that's almost like too vile to even believe. Like, we are going to steal kids and force them into chocolate slavery. What the fuck?
Show us.
It's kind of cursed, like this timeless, wholesome treat of chocolate is being made with tiny little hands forced in slavery. It's not right. And that's why I like Tony's. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Please
Thank you,
get this
Tony.
out
Thanks,
of my
Antone.
life. I don't want to ever eat chocolate again. Fuck. It is really good, though. So are there any other companies that do the ethical? I know Bros says on their website they do the
And
ethical.
Sons.
And
yeah, they say they source from
Jeff
fair
from
trade ones.
Bros.
Yeah, Jeff. Which, by the way, you're saying you're so sick of chocolate. Yesterday you were demanding I get you some more Bros.
I want that.
Well, it's on its way.
Is it coming today?
I don't know. I think we're gonna have to go pick it up from their
Okay.
factory, from their chocolate factory.
That's
which
cool.
will be cool to see.
I demanded more. The Bros. I'll eat more of that shit. That shit's crazy.
I feel you. I feel you.
So there you go.
There you go.
So much to learn in this world, huh? Let's catch up on the Scientology guy because he's gonna be calling in here pretty shortly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
In fact, I'll start getting that ready.
So
if
this
you wanna start it
guy
up.
is his TikTok account, Streets LA. We watched him before, and he is really something. He gets in the face of these Scientologists, and he is fearless, man. And then something else that I learned about him, he's also the guy, we've learned about this separately, that it gets in beefs with the food delivery robots. He's the same guy. In fact, I've even seen videos where the two merge, where there's Scientology and food delivery in the same video.
Right.
Outside the food delivery spot.
Well, they're both very Hollywood things, you know.
Mhm.
Sure, it's all overlapping.
See, now I'm on his. All I see on his page right now is Scientology stuff. I'm looking for robot stuff.
Oh, it's a different account, I believe. He posted to its own. It's called "Film the Robots."
Oh shit! You gotta
here lower down in the doc. Here, I just highlighted. These are all robot stuff.
Oh, you got to combine, man. We need to appreciate your whole body of work. But here, Film the Robots is doing quite well here. Almost 500,000 followers. Here's one that's 7 million. Oh God!
Careful. The next video. Don't scroll to the next video.
What's in it?
Some homeless lady's bare ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Thank you. Oh, God damn it! Sound.
Watch this.
Dude, you gotta love. You gotta love people. Oh, he's
Oh,
stealing
it's
the
like
food.
panicking. Holy shit!
He stole the food.
He's trying to close it again.
Just leave, bro. What are you trying to do? Why you don't stick around the scene of the
Whoa,
crime?
I've never seen one going off like that.
I gotta love people are just like, I'm gonna fucking tip this thing for no reason and steal the food out of it.
I get it.
You get it?
Yeah.
They kind of ask him for it.
They're fucking idiots.
It's like, are we really trying to take jobs away from, the one job that people can get out there and do, which is like the Uber Eats? They're trying to put that in the fucking robots. And not only that, to occupy our small walking spaces in this city.
Yeah.
The sidewalk real estate is valuable, and these robots are thick boys.
Yeah, and they're like dumb. They're always getting in the way. Like they're annoying as fuck.
So like I guess I wouldn't say I endorse these acts of terror, But I understand where they're coming from.
Well, if it's in your way, you have the right to, right?
I don't know. I wonder that.
Well, if it's in the middle of the road, you can just say, I didn't see it, hit it a little bit.
If you hit it with your car, yeah, if it's in the road. But if you're on the sidewalk and you knock it over.
I've apologized to some before. Just
Really?
like, I don't know. In my brain, there's someone driving that thing. Is there someone driving that thing?
No, they're automated.
Oh, I've like gotten in its way and been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Because I'll stop it in its tracks. And it's a sentient being to me.
I want to get a baseball bat like Negan from The Walking Dead, you know?
I think I would
Like
cry if
barbed
I
wire
watched
rather
you. If I watched you
and
take
just,
one out.
Just go fucking town on that fucking idiot.
So here is the fate of they named these ones. This one's Austin. He's seen better days. I can't get over also that they send people's lunches and shit. And anyone just grabs it. Holy.
Giddy up! Let's go!
Austin!
Maybe get off this.
Wait.
Is that the one?
This is the same video.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh. Then they might be. There's a different shot in the other video.
Why don't you find one of the ones where he's actually yelling at him?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where he's participating.
Austin. Oh, so he's actually has a whole saga with Austin.
Who's coming right at me? Why are you fucking coming right at
See?
me?
That's
Who is
aggression
it?
right there.
True.
That's
course
grounds
it's
to take that
Austin.
shit
Austin
down.
would be the one to come right at me. That's why. That's exactly why you got
Austin
your ass
assaults
whipped.
people, he
yeah,
said.
Remember how you got your ass whipped, Austin? Oh man, look at.
Don't pick it up. Leave him.
Somebody knocked him over. Who is it?
Idiot.
It's Austin. Austin, who did this?
My boy, Austin.
Why they do you like that? They steal your food too? Austin got robbed.
Looks so sad.
Austin got robbed. Let's flip Austin over.
His mouth is agape.
So
Oh,
he,
man, it's heavy.
so he actually, in some cases, is also a robot savior.
Oh, man.
Nobody
Austin's
else was
all
gonna flip him
messed
over.
up. What happened to you, Austin?
He's back.
Better say thank you. This is the second time I've saved you, Austin. The second time.
What is this?
Huh?
What the?
They have history.
Wait, you're trying to say Austin was harassing you? Who knocked Austin over? Who assaulted Austin?
I knocked it over because it's evil.
You assaulted Austin?
No, I didn't assault Austin. Don't put that on video. Evil. Evil in Jesus' name. Love you, boxer.
Austin didn't tell you that he attacked that man. Right, Austin. You attacked that man. He said you attacked his legs.
Get my leg. Get my leg now.
Okay.
On video.
Okay.
I got
Yeah.
shot with a
You see the red
$5
mess?
dope.
I see it.
And then I fucking died in the back of the ambulance.
He almost
I remember
died.
everything.
He said.
And I woke up in the hospital.
He said you
Austin put him in the hospital.
I believe
Shit.
him. Those are dangerous.
Holy shit.
And that's why you got assaulted and flipped over.
Where is
you
he
attacked
going
his
now, you
legs,
think?
Austin,
His
and now
home?
you're trying to cut me off?
Austin,
Why?
I don't know because there's certainly no food left in it.
Right.
Uh,
Is he finishing the delivery?
Who's paying for this shit? Like, there's just no way that this is anywhere close to profitable for anyone. Like, I'm sure these robots cost a pretty penny, and they just get brutalized out there on the streets, man.
I feel like LA is not a good place to try these out.
I guess it's like they say, trial by fire.
I suppose, yeah.
You know.
They're my buddy when he was going to college, they were all over his campus.
Really?
Yeah. It was. I mean, in the courtyard, they were always just like roaming.
It's so interesting. The robots are coming.
That's why you got your ass whooped. Right, Gizmo? You attacked that man's legs and he whooped your ass. He mollywopped him. Austin got his ass hooked, flipped over, and looted. Ain't that right, Austin?
So he has two passions, I guess. He's both a robot harasser, savior in some cases, a Scientology savior. He's also
Someone save me.
this one of these people that audits the police. Is that a separate TikTok?
I don't know about on TikTok, but he has a Twitter account, I know, an X account, I'm sorry, called Film the Police LA.
I kind of love these
I know he
guys.
does a lot of police accountability activism in LA.
Let me see. Do you have a link to one?
I do have a link to his Twitter. He's in the lobby, by the way.
Yeah.
he's ready.
Let me just for those of you who don't know what he does with Scientology, here's a recent example of him, heckling them.
Look at all the Sea Org weirdos. Look at these weird people. You guys are in a cult. Don't look away. You guys are in such a cult. Where's Danny Masterson at this morning, huh? Huh? This is what you guys signed up for with your billion-year contract? You guys signed a billion-year contract.
What I like about him is that he out
Do you ever
crazies.
look at L. Ron Hubbard?
So Scientology, they have these specialized units that like counter harassers that will harass any detractors. And what I like about him is that he out crazies them, as you're about to see.
See how they cross the street just to go around me? Look
This
at
guy
you.
comes out of nowhere. Watch.
He just got off the bus. Look at him. Tell me this isn't a cult. Where's Danny Matt and where's Shelley? Has anyone seen Shelley? Not a single person has seen Shelley. Not a single person has seen Shelley. Again? Mind your business. Huh? Mind your business.
What is your problem
Mind
again?
Your
I love it.
You know what my problem is? Scientologists, and where's Shelley at? Where's Shelley?
What was that?
Where's Shelley?
This
What
guy
was that?
can't do
Where's
anything. He's used to being able to bully anyone, but like he got nothing on it. His name is William.
Shelley.
I don't know what you're talking about. I truly
Look at the Sea Org weirdos. Look at the side. Get out of my way. Don't you get in my face. Don't you get in my face. You touch me, I have a right to defend myself, and I sure as fuck will. Look at all the Sea Org weirdos. Look at them.
All right.
Look at them.
You cannot let the block
Mind your
sidewalk
business.
too,
Don't
right?
touch me again.
All
Don't
right.
touch me again.
All right.
Don't touch me again.
What, are you going to
Get out
push
of
me
my
or
fucking
something?
face.
He's
Get out
scared.
of my face.
He
I'm
should
not
be.
fucking-
I wonder if he's a big dude. I'm curious if
Let's
he's
look
like
inside
a jacked,
here.
big, muscular
Don't touch me
dude.
again. That's another time I told you don't touch me. Let's look inside of here.
Are you going to do that?
So anyway, this is William, who I've been captivated by. He's on the call right now. There he is. William, Streets LA, the auditor.
The auditor.
How would you describe what you do, William? And by the way, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. As far as the Scientology stuff, I mean, quite honestly, this is a side project. I do other stuff besides this. Primarily, I'm a cop watcher. That's how I started fighting with these guys. Was because I was actually filming a police incident right in front of the building where they had that bus pickup. It was like 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night. And that's a side entrance of an office building. How busy is it, right? They just didn't want me there filming the cops. So they came and they just ran interference. They were speaking over the intercoms telling me I needed to leave from the sidewalk. Like they own the sidewalk, right? And then they started coming out of the building trying to bump into me, doing it over and over again. Finally, a security guard came over, got in an argument with me and told me to suck his, you know what?
He told you suck his dick?
No, he said worse. He said suck his cock, which is just
A Scientologist? That's so crude.
Yeah. So when he said that, I said, okay, so now I got to kill your religion. So it's
That was the biggest mistake they ever made, man. You know, they should be regretting that day forever.
they should.
It's even
That was
worse.
an unforced error.
I've heard that it's even in terms of tragedies befallen Scientology, it's held even worse than the day L. Ron Hubbard died, as the darkest
be.
days. So, so you started doing auditing the police. What inspired that?
No, so I'm a cop watcher first and foremost. Started doing cop watching way back in, I guess, like 2020, right after George Floyd incident. I was out there protesting, and I was like, you know what? Just walking around banging pots and pans and stuff is not really going to get anything done when we go out here and start doing something for real. And I started looking at police incidents, and I noticed, I'll be honest with you, it was just worse than I ever thought it would be. Not as far as violence, but as far as discrepancy with police stops and stuff like that. So I started filming the police, and from there it sort of went on to other accountability work. I consider myself like an accountability activist. I like going after the mayor, the city council, and whoever. And quite honestly, I get in all these little side beefs here and there, these little projects. But Yeah, killing Scientology is like number 3 on my list.
Oh, what's the what? And then the robot and the police is 1 and 2. I'm assuming.
Oh, listen, the robot stuff, that's important work, okay?
No, so that's number 1. You're saying?
Nah, that's like number 7.
So wait, what's 1 and 2?
Number 1 is getting some real accountability with the LAPD.
Right.
All right, they get half of our discretionary budget, and they have no accountability whatsoever. Number 2 is holding the mayor and city council accountable, especially when it comes to their sort of homelessness initiatives. To me, that's a huge grift going on people don't know about. Karen Bass has this inside safe operation where they're putting 1,500 homeless people into hotels.
Right.
45,000 on the street, putting 1,500 in hotels. We're paying $17,000 a month per person. 17,000.
Huh? Is that right?
No, that's correct.
But so 17,000 per person. So who's the recipient of all that money?
So the hotels, and some of these hotels that they're using are actually rent-controlled apartment buildings that are illegally converted to hotels. And we're renting those for between $3,000 and $4,000 a month per room. And then the other 70% of the 17,000 are going to third parties, nonprofits, and the homeless industrial complex. And at the same time, nothing gets done as far as homelessness. 45,000 people are on the street.
Right.
So that's number 2.
It seems like there would be some level of corruption going on there, where someone who's advocating for these gross wastes of money would also be making money from it, right? Is that the theory, or is it just bad governance?
No, there's so much corruption going on. Cronies are being paid off. It just, to me, I see it as nothing but scam after scam after scam. I mean, listen, I'm gonna give you a quick example. Familiar with the movie Pretty Woman, right? You know, that final scene where she's hanging off the balcony, she comes downstairs. That's a rent-controlled apartment building. Those apartments should be renting for $1,400 a month.
Mm-hmm.
They illegally converted that building to a hotel, and they're renting it to the city for $4,500 per month per room. And it's completely illegal, and it makes no sense. It's taking rent-controlled units off the market and putting temporary units on the market, and the city is paying. And it's just a temporary measure. It's 6 months of hotel rooms to homeless people, and then that's it. There's no plan after that.
Was
Just
that
one big grift?
Was that a COVID thing, or how long?
No, this is Karen Bass put this in place when she came into office. She keeps on touting her emergency measures. She's using these emergency measures to bypass city council and whoever. Just last week, so I documented the fact that she had these hotels that she was using for this program that were completely illegal, and I CPRA'd to get the documents. They finally released them, and I can prove this. I can prove this now when they released them. And so what they did is she passed an order, or she put together an order where she now legalized commercial apartment buildings. They'll now be allowed to convert to hotels, so they can then rent those units to the city for a temporary measure. Rent-controlled apartments are going to come off of the market, and they're going to be converted into hotels, which the city will now rent to put homeless people in. It makes no sense.
It's real nasty. I mean, the idea of converting like empty commercial buildings into affordable housing for homeless people sounds like it would be a good idea, but it sounds like they're implementing it in the most fucked up way possible.
In the most fucked up way. To me, this is a huge betrayal. This is the worst housing policy in decades. And she's enriching the people around her using homelessness. And the way she's doing it, it's not addressing anything. 1,600 hotel rooms for 6 months when there are 45,000 people on the street makes no sense. Right. $17,000 per month per person makes no sense. You can just give them $5,000 and say, here, go get a hotel. They'll figure it out. $17,000 per month.
So how do you hold her accountable? What's your routine in terms of documenting them?
As far as holding her accountable, I mean, at the end of the day, I went to the city clerk's website and I just typed in Inside Safe in the search of contracts, and I started finding all these fucked up contracts. Her friends are getting paid all types of money for doing nothing, for doing fluff work. And so these documents are public. I find them. My general gripe is, where is the press? How come the press doesn't cover? It's infuriating to me. I think the press out here in LA sucks. Almost all of them, 95% of them.
Have you considered compiling them into your kind of own investigation that you can put out? Because I would be fascinated to read that.
Listen, I do these investigations. If people who have followed me on Twitter and stuff seen that, I'm always doing this sort of investigative work. Long term, my primary project is LAPD.
Right.
So my whole goal is, hey, listen, I'm going to start my own. I think the press out here sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show them how to do it. I'm going to start my own little press company, and we're going to focus solely on LAP at first, and then branch off from there and show people how it's done.
Yeah, you know, I really appreciate the work that people do recording the police, because what you see time and time again is like, not only the police not understand the rights and the laws, they don't care at all. Like they walk around with ultimate authority and impunity, and they just don't give a fuck about what they are and aren't supposed to do. And even when people are recording them, they're being flagrant in their violations of our American rights. And watching those videos really, I mean, listen, I'm not a fan of the police, but watching those videos is even more kind of disturbing, seeing how rampant it is.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. When I first started cop watching, I was cop watching mostly in the Hollywood area, specifically the Hollywood HED unit. They had about 70 cops back then. I'd go to Hollywood Boulevard and I'd look left and right and I'd see 4 stops happening simultaneously, 4 of them. And so I would just go and I'd go over and see what the stops were for. 95% of the stops were against Black and Latinos. Every single stop, they were handcuffed and searched, car searched, every single stop.
Really?
Failing to, not using a turn signal, search, California roll, search. And like I said, it was 95% of the people out there were Black and Latino. And keep in mind, Black people only make up 5% of Hollywood. Not that Hollywood Boulevard doesn't have a larger percentage just because the clubs are there and people come here to party or whatnot. But this was just happening solely to them, right? And it was disturbing. And I was documenting this, and I filed hundreds of complaints over this. This is hundreds and hundreds, thousands, over incidents like that. And over the course of time, I found documentation that I was able to put so much pressure, they decreased the number of HED cops from 70 down to 23 in like a year and a half.
That's significant.
At the same time, crime did not go up. Crime decreased.
Right.
So I'm not saying that less cops means less crime. What I'm saying is the narrative that the only way to decrease crime, or if you have less cops, it will lead to increased crime. It's just not true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a big issue with the defund the police movement, which was essentially, lower their budget.
They get 50% of our. They get 50%. 50% of our discretionary budget. 50%. And as crime has reached, listen, there's a narrative going around here that crime is out of control. If you look at the crime, it's at 2018, 2019 levels, which were the safest times in 3 decades. All right. So we're at near decades low. What we have now is we have Citizen App and we have social media and TikTok where you're seeing videos of stuff that you weren't seeing 5, 10 years ago. But crime is down significantly, but yet we just increased the police budget by almost $100 million, added 750 more cops, which we're giving them $15,000 signing bonuses. The average cop makes $132,000 a year after overtime.
What the overtime? Got it. Yeah.
With the overtime. I'm going to tell you, I've looked up hundreds of cops total pay.
That's a lot of money.
I've only seen, listen, we have other needs. We have other needs out here. We don't need 3 cops sitting at a front desk doing nothing, watching whatever, Newsmax. We don't need that. There's other things we could do with that money. I look around at Hollywood, it's a mess. Pay some people to walk around and clean up.
Have you been arrested or retaliated against by the cops or anyone?
So I've been arrested now. I've been arrested or they've attempted to prosecute me 5 times. One time, this incident was crazy. I saw a guy, he was having a mental health issue and he was throwing bottles and furniture at cars. And I went over and yelled at him to stop throwing at cars and stuff. And he said, I'm homeless. And I said, I don't care if you're homeless. And he went to his tent, and I went and cleaned the stuff out of the street. He comes back with a knife and a pole. I'm a tough guy, but I'm not going to stick around for that.
Hell
so I
no.
left.
Yeah.
Right. And like 3-4 hours later, I hear sirens and stuff. I hop on a scooter. I go over to that same area, and somebody called the police on him because he was walking up down the street threatening people with a knife and his pole. They had him in handcuffs, and as soon as I got there, the guy said, hey, that guy over there, he threatened to burn down my tent earlier. They took handcuffs off of him and put them onto me.
What? They let him go?
Yeah, they let him go and arrested me for criminal threats. Jeez. And, $50,000 bail, got search warrants for 2 of my phones. Michael Moore the next day admitted that the guy was having a mental health crisis. But yeah, he was like, oh, I got arrested. That was one time. Another time, they tried to prosecute me for eavesdropping because I recorded my conversation with an officer who's giving me an official explanation on behalf of Michael Moore over the phone. So I recorded it. It was over a cop taking a woman to a secluded area, and who knows what the hell he was planning on doing before I caught him. And so since I recorded that, and since I confronted Michael Moore with it, they tried to arrest me for eavesdropping, even though I was perfectly legal to record that conversation.
Yeah.
There's no expectation of privacy for an officer handling an official call while in an office. Just not.
Michael Moore is the chief of the LAPD, by the way, if people don't know.
Correct.
So, you have a good lawyer? Have you ever been like totally fucked? Or are you usually finding your way out?
Listen, they do this shit all the time to me. They keep on trying to prosecute me for little things. I have stepped into court one time, and they called my name. They said William Good, and as I stood up, they said dismissed, and that was it. That was the only time that I've actually made the court. It's all they do a thing called trying to take you for the ride, right? They just do this little shit so they can seize my phones for months, and who knows, they can search them then.
Right.
And then, expect you to go through all this, the process. But no, it's all gone nowhere. Listen, when they try to do that shit, I enjoy it. I don't give a fuck. I like it.
Right.
It doesn't bother me at all. It makes them look stupid.
Yeah. That is a thing I've noticed too, watching these police auditing videos, is that they know what they're doing. Like, they know it's a bullshit arrest. I've seen like a body cam that people got from like what do you call that? The Freedom of Information? FOIA, yeah. And they have this guy who did nothing wrong. They want to arrest him. It's not a serious charge. They just want to ruin his fucking day, right? So they're going there and they're like, what do we charge him for? Should we do like public nuisance? What do you think? And so they are bad faith. A lot of them are just total bad faith fucking assholes. It's crazy, man.
And you can't get access to the body cam, so they can talk that shit, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You can't FOIA it?
Listen. No, zero. You have to have. You can only get it through a subpoena. That's the only way.
So it must be.
It doesn't matter. Listen, unless you have an actual lawsuit and it reaches that stage.
Right.
And quite honestly, if there's some incriminating shit, they just fucking settle beforehand.
Right.
But no, you can't get access unless there's an actual use of force, shooting and stuff. That has to be released within 45 days. Other than that, you're not getting access to body cam footage. You're just not. Not with the LAPD, at least.
Sounds like a good organization we got there.
Who has no oversight whatsoever.
Right. So one question I was curious, because I know Scientologists are pretty notorious for harassing their detractors. Have they tried to fuck with you in any way?
So, I mean, listen, this is a unique situation. So the Scientologists have a really good relationship with the LAPD. And I'm sure that once I started doing what I'm doing, they went to the LAPD, especially the senior lead officers in Hollywood, and we're like, we got this guy and he's just fucking with us and he won't leave us alone. What can you do to help us? And they probably said, listen, we have a long history with William. We're not going to get involved. They're not going to come save him. Just shut your fucking mouth and he'll go away eventually. Or something.
Sorry.
And they thought that they're now learning to just shut their fucking mouth. But at one time they tried to do some harassment. I got to my corner and they had a black Prius with its lights off sitting at the corner, So it was
I didn't know he was there. I didn't know somebody was there. And as I'm going through this, the intersection, they just sped right in front of me. Like, I had just got back from just terrorizing the shit out of them. And so they sped through and came close to hitting me. And I thought it was funny. And then I was like, insulted. You're going to fucking use a Prius? You couldn't get a damn truck or
Right.
something.
Not the scariest car.
Right. I mean, like, come on. And other than that, no. Honestly, like I said, they're notorious for being known for like terrorizing people.
Yeah.
But are they really doing that? I think they get a lot of mileage off of the perception.
Right.
And so I'm just calling them out, and that's my primary function with this is call them out, show them that they're not scary. These guys are not scary. They're just goofy, and what can they do to you? What are they really
One
gonna
thing
do?
that I appreciate that you continue to point out that I think is probably one of the best points to go after the religion are those tight vests, man. You really nailed it on that one. Can you guys pull? You got to see the tight vests. I mean, it's unbelievable. What is that?
I don't know. I just looks ridiculous. They should update that because they stand out. They look, like I said, they look like bellhops, failed Disney actors. And from the back, it looks like you could like literally see their lungs. I don't know. Their shoes are oversized. All of them. They just clunk around. I don't know. It's honestly. So I used to really mock them hard when I first started doing it. Really mock them hard. I actually starting to feel bad about it because some of their family members have been reaching out to me.
Oh, really?
And saying, "Wow." Yeah, and saying that they are seeing family members on there that I haven't seen in 7 years.
Oh man, that is horrible. That's sad.
I mean, well, they said things like, I asked them, "Do you want me to give them a message?" And they're like, "I don't want to freak anybody out where they'll move them someplace else and I won't see them again for years." That's a sad situation, To me, I used to have no sympathy for any of them. I was like, you're part of this. I gotta take out this religion, and you chose to join up for it. You're gonna be held accountable. But some of them I feel bad for, and not Angel. Angel's a fucking piece. I do not feel bad for him.
That's is that the guard or the guy who was in your face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the guy in my face, that's Frank. So Frank, he used to be a model he was their poster child a decade or so ago, maybe 2 decades ago. He was on tons of posters. And he's just old and worn out, and just broken down. And where does he go? So he's a security guard now. He thought he was going to be going somewhere with this. And he's out there just thinking he's going to scare somebody just by getting in my face. I look for him. I want to see him again because he's so goofy, and I like confronting him.
Here, I pulled up a video so I can show you guys the vests. Hold on, let me. Oh yeah, dude, these vests are nuts.
The black Hulkers, look at them. Look at them. Look at this guy. Check out his corset. Tight as shit as usual.
What the fuck is
don't
that?
do it.
It's the tightest vest I've ever seen.
Jesus. You see his lungs. Look at it. You can see the individual one.
It's really form fitting. You better be fit if you're gonna squeeze into one of those. My fat ass ain't.
They know what they're doing though, because you see how they have them set up, right? They put out generally good looking.
Right.
You can't stand.
True.
But the other ones, they're generally good looking and they speak multiple languages. Some of them, that guy right there, he speaks. Like I said, I've seen him speak Italian, Farsi, Spanish.
What a
English,
waste of a talented person.
Yeah, he's getting $50 a week. $50.
Jesus Christ.
No, I mean, but I bet you he got into this. He's got roped into it 10, 15 years ago, and here he is still doing this. And listen, he's got to pay so many thousands of dollars to go up levels.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of be stuck there. Where is he going to go? Where is he going to do from I don't know.
You seem to have this particular interest, love-hate interest with this specific spot in Hollywood. I'm assuming everyone there knows who you are. And do you just cruise up and park outside? Like, how do you stake it out?
No. Listen, that's like 5, 6, 7 blocks from my house, and I'm always walking around or jogging. And sometimes I'm like, let me go over there and fuck with them for a minute, stir them up, get them all worked up. I just make them feel uncomfortable, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Or I walk to the smoothie shop on the way home, or just walking my dog and just stop by and fuck with them. So, no, I mean, I'm only there for a few minutes a day. But to me, it's effective enough.
Yeah.
Listen, after this happened, after they pissed me off and I said I was going to kill him, I was like, well, how would I do this? What was my plan? I came up with a little plan. I was like, all I'll do is create a TikTok account and I'll have these encounters because they're so goofy. I'm like, if I can, you know, build up a TikTok account yelling at robots and shit, yelling at these people. This is so much better. Like, people love robots. No one likes a Scientology. No.
True.
So this is just, I'm serious. Listen, I used to, in my TikTok account with the robots, I get messages of people saying, hey, you know, if you keep on fucking with those robots, I'm going to come find you. I'm going to run you out of LA.
Wait.
Stop fucking with Marcus. Things like that.
Wait, what?
I don't get that with the Scientology.
Wait. Who are these people defending the
telling you.
robots?
Listen, I'm going to tell you that TikTok account, they get some weird people, weird messages. Some people are really mad at the robots, individual robots. Like, yo, I'm fucking sick of Marcus. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna find him and I'm burn him. I'm like, shit, I gotta pull back.
So I wanted to ask you: are you on a serious crusade against these street robots, or is this just a goof?
No, so I mean, I got into doing this. I was just goofing around, just doing it. It was, you know, everybody. A lot of people in Hollywood film. They're everywhere. I cannot walk 5 blocks without seeing 3 or 4 of them. You're gonna see them all over. So I would just, when I see him, just film him and talk a little shit to him. I don't have any real beef with them. Listen, I think that they are replacing a human. It's true.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. And so I feel uncomfortable with that. But other than that, I mean, people around here, I talk to my neighbors, they seem to like them for whatever reason. I thought they were creepy looking, but fuck it.
Well, people are saying that they did feel bad for Austin, although I want to commend you on your humanitarian effort there. You really showed your softer side and how saving and reaching out to Austin in a meaningful way. That was touching.
No, fuck Austin, because when I lifted him up, he cut my hand. I had a deep gag in my hand.
What a fucking scumbag.
And on top of it, I was at 2 police incidents where people were pulled over. And when I got there, Austin was right there like a fucking snitch. So fuck Austin, he probably deserved it.
It's true. They have cameras and mics. You never know, man.
They've actually have supplied video in a case.
Oh, shit. That's
crazy. In one case. There was a story that came out a few weeks ago about that, where somebody tried to steal one of them, and they supplied the video to the cops and arrested them. So, I mean, listen, I don't know how I feel about that. I think you have a right to defend your property and protect it from getting stolen. I just wonder about these roaming cameras on the street that could potentially, you know, be handing over video to the police without the citizens actually deciding, is that what we want? We want to be involved if we're going to put police cameras on individual corners. If we have these things roaming around, freelancing for the police, I think we should have a say in that, right?
Here it is. Uber Eats bot shares video with LAPD. Privacy concerns rise. Look at this fucker. Who's this? Do you recognize him, or you have to see the name?
That looks like Hugo to me.
Hugo? That's a
if
snitch.
People who know me, that's a snitch. Hugo's a snitch. If people who know me know what I'm talking about.
You can see it in the eyes.
I want to see one of your police videos. I haven't actually watched. Here, let me take a look at this.
You got the sidewalk monitors. Look at this guy. He looks like Mr. Personality right here. This is where our money goes. The average cop makes $132,000 a year.
Wait, so what are they doing? Why is there so many cops there?
It was Halloween, and I just wanted to show a presence, and they had like 20 cops out there in individual corners.
Got it.
P3 over here makes a little bit more. And right now they're getting overtime, doing sidewalk monitor duty. I guess they're protecting a building that hasn't been open in decades. Doing the sidewalk monitor duty.
They should be. I guess they should be doing something, right? Like they're just standing there. I mean, what do we want? Should they be patrolling? Should they be at home?
Listen, if I were to go over behind the city council office, which connects to the Hollywood police station, I go into that parking lot at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna see 5 or 6 cop cars with cops looking at TikTok, looking at Streets LA, TikTok, stuff like that. And it's bullshit. While they're sitting around doing absolutely nothing, the majority of a cop's time is sitting around doing nothing, and they say we need more cops, we need more cops. We have an abundance of cops, let me tell you. There are plenty of them out there. But this is where our budget, again,
I do get
half
that.
our budget.
I do get that impression because cops they kind of do a lot of self-management with their time, it seems like, and a lot of cops are just again, I'm speaking broadly, but they just seem like lame people. And so I can totally see him just pulling over, watching TikTok, eating a hamburger, and
Oh no! I mean, it's in Hollywood. It's become strategic. So I used to find them in the behind a police station. So they stopped hiding there. They went and hid over in this new apartment complex that opened since it's private property. But I didn't care. I just roll a scooter up in there, showing what they're doing at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then they started hiding on Sunset in the commercial parking lot. And I'll roll through there. They spend their shifts looking for ways to do nothing. That's really what they do.
well, I don't know. They say it's a really dangerous job, and that's why they deserve to get paid so much money.
Yeah, but then as far as rankings of the most dangerous jobs, they don't rank in the top 10. They don't rank in the top 20.
You're right.
I mean, food delivery drivers have a higher death rate. You know, construction workers, steel workers.
Gardeners,
so, I mean,
actually.
why aren't they? Yeah, I mean, so what are we doing
Were they
here?
number
Why
one?
are they getting all this?
When we
why are
talked
they getting all
about
this goodwill?
I think Gardner might have been number one.
No, I think
We
it
were
was
like
above
shocked by it.
Cox.
I'm gonna look it up
Yeah.
and
we just looked into this actually.
Yeah, recently.
So here, let me watch this video.
Voted for that. They voted to add another 1,000 cops. Give them $15,000 signing bonuses. This is where your money goes. Half of our discretionary budget. And on top of it, 94% of them don't even live in the city of LA. 94% don't.
Really?
I've seen cops.
94% don't live in LA?
94% of LAPD officers do not live in the city of Los Angeles.
What? Where do they live?
See me.
San Bernardino, yeah, Simi.
That's so far,
Orange
though.
County. Oh, listen, we have 30-something cops that live out of state. State. Yeah, we have cops that live in Vegas. We have cops that live in Idaho. We have cops that live in Tennessee. Listen, I actually confronted a cop the last LAPD Christmas party. He lives in Tennessee, and you know, I found his social media, researched him up. He sold his house here in Thousand Oaks, moved to Tennessee, got season tickets for the Tennessee Titans, and it's doable. So you can set up your schedule so you only have to work 3-day work weeks.
Just
You
do
work
long
3
shifts. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 12-hour shifts, and
So-
you get 4 days off, and you reverse it the following week, and you have 4 days off and 3 days on. So it basically works 6 days on, 8 days off.
So that justifies them driving so far. But what you said sounds so outlandish, but here it is. At least 24 LAPD officers live outside of the state, yet LA taxpayers pay their salaries. What the fuck? What's the explanation for that?
In a lot of ways, they save money, quite honestly. So, I mean, you can if you live in Boise, Idaho, you can get a plane ticket from here to there.
Huh?
So, you know, you're taking one plane a week.
Wait, they
One
fly
there.
people from Idaho into LA because it's cheaper?
Well, I mean, they say, or because they want to. If
crazy.
they're making
It's cheap. I'll tell you. My girlfriend's from there, and so I know it. So the savings of living there is probably offsets flying back and forth for your job.
It does make sense, but
crazy,
it's
though.
so outlandish.
Yeah.
Well, how much does it cost for a plane ticket? Like $80 from here to Idaho?
Yeah,
From here
maybe
to-
150 at most.
It's probably like $100.
And-
Yeah, 150 on the shuttle.
And so you're taking it once a week, every weekend back and forth, one plane a week.
Holy fuck.
And they share apartments. They have multiple cops who will share apartments here, close to the station, and they'll use that. And they actually save money because you can buy a huge mansion for like $100,000 in Idaho, as opposed to here.
Right.
I think it's known that police generally are very conservative. I mean, the police union and the police are pretty magged out. And so I don't think they like LA, Los Angeles. I don't think they like the
They
city.
hate us. Well, that's important. That's an important point that you brought up. So every time I deal with a police incident, I always look at cops where they live, and what I do that because I want to see what policing is like between cops that live in LA versus outside. Cops that live in LA, honestly, they police differently.
Right.
They care a little bit more. Somebody who lives in Tennessee or Idaho or in Las Vegas, they're like, fuck them.
Or
Fuck these
fucking Long
animals.
Beach, you know?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. And so they look down on everybody. They shit on the city. Honestly, if you listen to a cop during the course of the shift, they spend their time grumbling about how much they fucking hate the shithole. As they're literally milking us for everything we've got. They can retire at 50. They're taken care of for the rest of their life. Because of the way the laws are written, they can because of their belts, the utility belts they wear, they can retire in like 10 years if they claim they have a back problem. They can even actually get,
shit.
just by claiming anything, any back problem ever is automatically attributed to the belts. So it's just, I can go on forever with it.
I'm really surprised by that stat that so many of them are living out of the city. I feel like it would make sense to they have to live in the city. If you're gonna police the city, you got to live there.
Well, they listen. So
or LA County at least. Shit.
Well, they said they're trying to address that. So it's not that they're mandating it, but they are now offering incentives. New cops, if you live in the city of LA, they're paying the rent. They're paying part of the rent. They're paying a subsidy up to $24,000, $1,000 a month for up to 2 years to help get them rent. And listen, I feel a certain way about that because again, you're starting off your first year, you're going to make over $100,000 after overtime. You're already making what profession do you know where, and I'm not knocking GEDs, but what profession do you know where with a GED you start off and you can make $100,000 a year?
I can't think of
police,
any.
The LAPD is about the only one you can think of. And again, I'm not knocking GEDs. I'm just saying, though, they're very well taken care of. They have all sorts of perks, and then we're going to add another rent subsidy to help them out. Why don't you do that for the bus drivers and the cooks and whoever else? Nobody, they're not getting that.
True.
They don't need any more. They got plenty.
True. Well, I got to say, William, I got to say, you know your stuff, man. I learned some stuff from you today, and I endorse what you're doing, and I appreciate it. And I think you're a real interesting, cool dude.
I appreciate it, man.
I want people to go follow you. You're on TikTok. You're LA. What was here? Hold on.
Well, your main.
Plug your spots.
Where you want people to go.
Yeah, so I mean, the main account that I use is my Twitter account, Film the Police LA. And then I'm Film the Police LA on YouTube. I'm Film the Police LA on Instagram. They took down my TikTok, so my Film the Police TikTok, so I'm pissed off at that. I don't even feel like rebuilding it.
That sucks.
Then with my TikTok with the Scientology stuff, it's Streets LA. My backup for that is Scientology Audit, and then my YouTube for that is Scientology Audit.
So I'll put all the links in the description so people know where to find you. But I really appreciate you calling in.
No, I appreciate you having me.
We're going to follow along as you continue to hold him accountable. But thank you. Yeah.
And Scientology,
right.
I told him in a year I'm going to end them. I'm telling you.
Done. I look forward to that. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, William. Nice
Thank
chat.
you, man.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
What a character.
What an interesting guy. Yeah.
You know, he really does seem to know his stuff with the police and the LA stuff.
It was when I put together that he was the Film the Police LA guy. It kind of shocked me because I've kept tabs on him for a while now, for a couple of years, and so I was aware of that account. Didn't know it was the same person as the Scientology,
the robot guy,
and the robot guy. Right? Yeah, it's all connected, man.
It's the Trinity. Here, I wanted to finish this video.
I've seen some that live in Idaho, Tennessee, New Jersey. I think there's over 30 that live out of state, making 132,000. Like I said, a sergeant makes a little bit more. He makes about.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I mean, listen, that shocked the hell out of me. 80% live outside of LA.
What? That's bizarre.
Yeah, I found. I don't know if we got a chance to show it on screen, but I found an LA Times article that was corroborating that, and only 20% or 21%, I think it said, live in LA. I mean, it's interesting because it's like, if that's a problem, the stipend that they're offering to try and incentivize them living in LA makes sense. But he said it's only for new officers, which it's like, I mean, I guess that's a matter of opinion. But I agree with him. We got plenty of cops here in LA.
Dude,
like, that's
half the budget.
Right.
Half the budget.
Yeah.
And
so,
LA's a rich city. I mean, LA collects a lot of taxes, city taxes.
Sure. Yeah.
Most cities do not do that. It is a wealth. There's a lot of income here in LA for the city. Kier said, I work 3 16-hour days every week as a dialysis clinic, and I don't get half of the pay benefits the cops do. Yeah, well, your work's not as important. Hate to break it to you. Who cares about they don't have a working kidney? It's their fault.
Right.
Yeah, but that's another thing I haven't thought about is that if you go down to Long Beach, it's like total MAGA country down there. It's like a whole conservative enclave. And so...
Well, maybe not Long Beach, but Orange County.
Orange County.
Yeah. Once you hit Orange County, it's definitely a
And
different
so
vibe.
If these are the people coming up and policing L.A.
Mm-hmm. Well, and in Simi,
It's
too.
crazy.
Simi is like MAGA country as well, and a lot
Yeah,
of them live
Simi
out there.
Valley, right.
Yeah.
How weird. Yeah, he seems tall, too, by the way. Which just explains why the Scientology guys
Should we
bitch
speculate on
out.
his height? We should have asked him. Shit.
Oh, my throat is killing me, you guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm starting to talk even softer and
You want
softer.
a throat lozenge?
Maybe
some
that'd be a good
chocolate?
idea.
Chocolate?
Chocolate is the worst idea.
No.
Chocolate is super acidic and it makes heartburn worse.
But it's yummy.
Yeah, isn't dark chocolate
thank
give you GERD?
You know, my GERD has been pretty good because I'm medicated. I upped my medicine recently too. So my GERD is, at least it doesn't outwardly hurt me, but I think it still fucks up my throat because I constantly do have a cough.
Would you like some Pepsid?
That doesn't help me. I don't think my stomach's the problem. I'm just fucked up.
Dude, why did you say it like that?
What'd I say?
No, not you, Sam.
I said, would you like some Pepsid? Did I say it weird?
The first time I thought you said it kind of weird.
I didn't think
Doesn't matter.
Cheeky. In a very cheeky.
By the way,
cheeky
here's the final boss here. The Dark Souls music starts playing for William.
Dude, that's Murphy, man.
It's a cop
Yeah, I know him.
It's a cop Scientologist robot.
That's
dude.
Murphy, dude.
People are saying Huntington Beach is where the MAGA people live.
Yes, Huntington Beach, Newport as well. Newport's where we filmed the thing with iDubbbz, and we saw.
Dude, we
that
went
was a
down there
major MAGA
boating for a
country.
video.
Yeah.
And all these motherfuckers have MAGA flags.
What?
It's crazy. And it's like, what, an hour south?
Dude, boaters love Donald Trump. The people with boats specifically.
What's the connection?
And he loves the
buoyancy,
boaters.
it's something
I
like
think
that.
boats just kind of represent a certain, like people that own boats tend to be from a certain subset of social class that
what you
heavily
doing?
leans
Keep going.
conservative and like.
Keep going. Tell me more.
Annoying people.
I mean, this is just me speculating, but like it's definitely a pattern. You saw
No,
it
yeah,
yourself.
definitely.
Like boat people fucking love Trump. Remember in the last election there was the boat parade.
Right.
They was having boat
crazy.
parades all the time. The boat people love Trump.
We love the boat people. The boats are fine people.
We love
the fine people
love-
on the sea. We love them.
We love
Wow.
Puerto
LAPD.
Rico.
The LAPD sucks, man. Good for him. Appreciate that. Let's see. You guys want to order food now? We've been waiting.
We've been waiting.
Now listen.
all our lives.
Now listen, everybody watching.
Mm-hmm.
We, in an effort to make this show run better, decided let's decide on food before we start.
Yeah.
But this was met with
Preferably even eat before we start.
that's not
That would be
on.
my ideal world.
Yeah, you want to live in utopia. I get it.
Mm-hmm. where we eat before we do the podcast.
Exactly.
I actually
Remember
That's
after
my
the show.
dream, man.
The world if we ate before the podcast.
Yeah.
That beautiful meme.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of pushback. I love when the crew orders food on the show. Please, please, please do not end ordering food segments on the show with peace and love. I love the debate, the drama, the anticipation, the taste, the near doxing when Ethan opens the restaurant's menu, the anger, read the delivery time.
Right.
Okay, so this is a passion. It's got 2,000 points, so it's serious. Let's do a poll, though.
There's 2,000. I mean, there's like 40,000 people watching right
Well, let's do a poll.
Okay.
Let's see. Should we order food before the show or during the show?
Order food before.
And as
the
you set
show
that up,
or
Sam, you
during?
got any ideas?
What about, I don't know, Mexican?
I like Mexican.
Always Mexican.
I like Mexican.
I can have Mexican food every day.
Same.
Let's do Mexican.
Let me see what type of options we're working with.
I actually ate 5 tacos right before the show.
5?
Yeah.
Taco Bells?
No, what was it? It was like something G, Taco G.
Like a real taqueria taco?
Or Something
Maybe
like that.
Gavilan's. I don't. It was nice.
It's that
though.
place. It's
really
like
yummy.
kind of the real life version of Pollos Hermanos from Breaking Bad. Their logo
Pollos
even looks like
Comparos.
Oh, it's a chain?
I wish.
I think it's
had
a small
bag.
chain, like a
Wait,
LA
I
chain.
can check my DoorDash. Hold on. It was
So-
yummy though.
So the people, this is really interesting. I don't think any of us expected it, but here it is. Should we order food before or after the show? During has it 72% during.
That's crazy.
It is wild.
During the show, they love the food.
Y'all are crazy.
I get it.
All right.
I personally,
Fair
I
enough.
don't think it's bad. If I thought it wasn't entertaining, I wouldn't do
I'm
it.
willing to admit I'm wrong. The
Yeah.
audience likes it. What can I say? To me, it's like I think it would get a little old hearing us order food all the time.
I do fear that.
Yeah.
I do fear that. But
It was always my favorite. It was always surprising. It's never the same. Just like, I mean, it's real. It's raw. It's the
They're
drama
real,
of
you
it
know.
all.
It's as real as it gets. Do you have a good Mexican place in mind, Sam?
I
There-
was thinking the place that we got last time.
The breakfast burrito spot that Elo always gets from?
Maybe.
There's one that I got a burrito from that was pretty good. The one, Elena, the one that Elo always gets a burrito from.
Hmm. I'm sending it in the group right now in the chat.
But I'm
What's the
open
name
to
of
trying
it?
a new spot too, Sam. Send me your spot and I'll peep that menu.
I'll send options.
We just got a $500
holy fuck.
donation.
Jesus Christ.
Saying, please stop ordering on the show.
No, you got two.
Pretty please.
There's two.
Two?
Oh, wait,
only
no.
the
I
one.
see.
It might have just glitched and shown twice.
Jesus Christ, man. Well,
Whoa.
well,
Rochelle is
here's my
pronounced-
here's my response. Thanks for the lunch money.
Damn.
Oh.
Can't buy an election.
All my love for
Holy
Rochelle.
shit, though. Thank you for
That's
that donation.
crazy.
What can I tell you though? I mean, listen, I'm a man of the people. The people have spoken. They love it.
Well, are you a populist or do you believe that money rules politics? Because there's $500 in the pool for
I'm a populist.
4 and 0.
I'm not.
So you're not okay. He can't
We
be
just-
bought, people.
We just got lobbied
No.
pretty
He
hard,
can't
dude.
get bought.
No.
That's a lobby.
Sorry, Rochelle. But thank
Okay,
you.
I'm clicking the menu, Ian. Warning.
Oh, I'm telling you.
All right, it opened right. Oh, so this is the burrito spot that I like.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one, Samantha?
I'm getting the link for it right now. Hold on.
You call her Sam, Ian, or do you ever pop out Samantha? Does that ever happen?
I use the full government when things are getting serious.
Really? When you guys have disagreements? Samantha?
No, not
I
really.
hate being called by my full name.
Does your mom call you Samantha or just Sam?
No one calls me my full name. Not one person. I've thought about like legally changing my name to just Sam.
To just Sam.
Really?
I mean, nobody calls me Daniel, like ever.
I call you Daniel's son sometimes.
Yeah, I guess like Mimi like that,
Yeah.
but I'm just Dan. Daniel is just like that. Doesn't even sound like my name. That's weird. That's
I'll be
somebody
honest. I won't reveal. I will never reveal the secret language. But I don't think I call Sam ever.
You guys have pet names for
We
each
have just
other.
bullshit made up words.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, you too.
I know what you mean. Ela used to do that. Less so now because the kids and it's confusing. But there was probably a stretch of 5 or 6 or 7 years where we never used each other's name.
Huh.
Where it's just pet names and stuff, right?
How does with me and Shanti?
Please tell me your pet names for each other, please. I have to know.
No, it's the secret language. No.
Sam, would you be willing to divulge?
No.
Zach, what about you?
Nah, it's between me and her.
Ugh, because it's so embarrassing, isn't it?
So embarrassing.
Well, it's not embarrassing. Personal, I guess would be the better way to
I find
describe
it super embarrassing.
Would you want to reveal what you...
Never. Never.
You'll never
there you
reveal your
go.
pet name for Ela?
No.
Wow.
It's fair. Do you have one, AB and Lena? Do you guys doing the pet name thing?
No, I mean I call her Lenny, and no one really calls her Lenny. And also,
That's not a pet name.
No, yeah.
Snips.
Snips?
Snips is one. We
Yeah.
knew about the Snips
Because
one.
she broke your dick?
No,
He's
this
been
is
calling me that way before.
Yeah, way before.
Wait, why Snips?
I think when we work together at a restaurant, like she can never be mean to anyone. She just sometimes will get a little snippy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little snippy, huh?
Little snippy,
I haven't seen that side of her.
Yeah, I don't know. But also, people always ask if Lena is is short for something, and I'm like, no, that's my name.
What could it be short for?
I don't know, right? I get that a lot, actually.
Selena. That's a different name.
Well, I guess like what else could it be
Right,
short
no,
for?
yeah.
Lanina. Lanina.
Lahina?
Maybe because I'm Arab, and Arab names are usually more complicated. Is my guess why people would ask that.
Yeah.
By the way, let's do. I don't know how you guys feel, but let's do the one spot that Hila gets the breakfast burritos from, because I've had that place, Sam, and I think it's
mid.
You've
not it.
had the second one that I said?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's one of these spots. This is. I have a general rule with Mexican food. There's no such thing as fancy or even mid-range Mexican food. If they're trying to sell you Mexican food at a markup, because the food, it's just it's not good. They try too hard, you know.
Can I give you a counter argument on that?
Go ahead.
There's this place in Santa Barbara that is a specific type of Mexican food. It's Oaxacan Mexican food, and it is a little more upscale. It's a little more expensive. However, I do find it is worth
the premium.
The premium on it. Yeah.
You want to give the name?
I forgot the name of it.
What is Oaxacan?
Oaxaca is in Mexico.
It's a state in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so okay.
But hands down, the most amazing Mexican food I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, give me the fucking name. Don't hold out. Give him a shout out. Like that. Who's that guy on TikTok that's like the restaurant guy? Keith? Let's speak like Keith. Let's make their whole life right now, Zach.
I'm trying to find the name of it.
Not to be over the top, but I think we can save their life right now.
Los Agaves is the name.
Los Agaves.
I believe that is the name, yes.
Okay.
In Santa Barbara?
Yes.
A lot of agreement with you.
I see one in Oxnard.
Yeah, Zach in the chat.
I see one in Oxnard. Is it a chain?
I don't think so.
Hold on, let me see in Santa Barbara. Los Agaves Mexican, Santa Barbara. Is this it? Did you recognize this dining room?
Yes, that is it.
Ooh, traditional, authentic, handmade. Yeah, that sounds good. That's what Mexican food's all about, in my opinion. It's like just.
Okay, so.
Oh wait,
we
they
can make
do
a
have.
distinction
Hold
here,
on.
because that's.
They have multiple locations.
Wait, is this the one? Yes, the
Santa Barbara. Oxnard,
Where's Goleta?
I know that name. I know
Westlake.
that it's in SoCal.
So it's all in Ventura. It sounds like Ventura County.
Goleta is. Oh, it's right. It's right next to Santa Barbara. It's in that same area.
Guys, LA's right here. Come on.
Wait, now I'm thinking this is not it.
What?
I have to see the hold on.
Oh, Zach.
I've had
All right.
those cigars.
Wait, hold on. Nobody ordered from there.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Fuck, I have to find it.
My throat is killing me.
That's the outside.
You know
of
what?
the restaurant.
I was thinking of doing leftovers tomorrow, but my body might be telling me no.
That's what I just got over. My throat was killing me.
Sucks.
The worst.
Ugh. Fuck. All right, let me pick something out here. You like wet burritos, love, or is that a weird thing for you?
Well, you introduced me to that first time when I was here last year, and that's the last time I had it. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Which sauce did you get, red or green?
Green.
The red one is where it's at.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Well,
I'm
you
green
got-
boy.
Salsa verde.
No, the
I'm verde
enchilada
boy.
sauce. You would like that. Trust me. They don't.
Verde
know.
niño.
If I was hungry right now,
Verde.
I'd take
You're
it, but next time I will.
I can't enjoy green sauce anymore. I just think of the pesto.
Oh,
Every
don't
time
put that in
I'm
my
sorry.
head.
No,
I don't
come
give a
on.
Nothing could turn
I'm
me off of
telling
salsa
you.
verde.
Yeah,
True.
Not
Maybe
even the
that's not
pesto.
fair. That's not fair.
It's a different consistency.
It's my,
It's
I
not
can't
pesto.
control it. I see it every time I look at it.
I see him everywhere I go.
It's not fair.
I'm just gonna get some horchata or whatever it's called.
Horchata.
Yeah, that shit bugs
I
me.
do. I like that you've come to LA and immediately just dived right into all the Mexican cuisine because that's that's. You can talk a lot of shit about LA. We got good ass food
Fuck
here.
yeah. And that's something that's like in Sweden. There's nothing Mexican.
God, I
nothing.
fucking love Mexican food.
Yeah.
There's just you can't.
It's the best, dude. It's the best.
And the thing is, like, all around the world, you see people trying to do open Mexican restaurants, and it's like,
yeah,
They
it's
don't know
just
how
not
to do
it.
it. They don't have the magic.
It's just not it. They don't have the Mexicans, frankly.
Quite frankly, you're right.
Exactly.
I found the name of the restaurant.
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
Flor de Maíz.
That is completely different.
Whoa.
Yes.
Throat de maíz.
Flor de
Oh,
Maíz.
floor, like flower.
Yes.
De maíz. Spell maíz.
Is that corn? Mice?
Oh,
May.
can you spell it for me or no?
FLOR
Mm-hmm.
de DEMAIZ.
M-A-I. Oh, maize. Corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flower of corn.
Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, this looks super fancy. What the fuck?
It's good shit.
There's like a whole tomahawk steak there.
Their tacos are next level, bro.
Oh, this is actually, yeah, this is super fancy, it looks like.
It looks delish.
Mm.
And it's right on the. Sorry, go ahead, Dan. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, I was just gonna say this is kind of putting Ethan's theory to the test.
Yeah, maybe it's not a hard and fast
Unfortunately,
rule.
I mean it's in Santa Barbara. Otherwise, I'd say you should maybe try it.
You know, I'm not so much talking about a place like this because I see they're doing their own thing. It's like when you go to a place and you get a burrito or you get whatever and it's $30 because they're using organic beans or some
Right,
shit.
right.
You know, fucking bullshit.
Yeah, give me a $6 burrito any day.
Right. All right. So, are you guys looking at the menu? Is this the spot? I love nachos. I feel like that's a personality defect. You know what I mean? Like
You love nachos and that's a personality
The
defect?
fact that I order nachos for an entree, I feel reflects poorly on.
Yeah.
I admire that.
I love it though.
Yeah, I admire that you do that. I
You
would.
do?
Sometimes I've thought about it.
It's embarrassing though, right?
No.
Then why don't
Well,
you?
you're right. That's why I
Exactly.
haven't done it.
It is embarrassing.
I admire the tenacity that exists in that.
I gotta say, Mexican food reheats amazingly too.
That
like
is- yeah.
I'll get, or I do this thing very often as a bad trade. I think I order twice as much food as I need, and I just eat the rest next day, and it just reheats amazingly, especially tacos.
I eat it cold.
Leftovers is fine.
I don't even wait.
As long as you eat, as long as you're not throwing it away.
No, I never throw
shit
shit away.
Yeah.
No, even if it's just like one taco, I'll eat it as a little treat later.
whatever.
Yeah.
Nachos is also probably the dirtiest, hardest to eat during a live show.
That and ribs
Very
are
true.
terrible date foods.
Yeah, why don't you use some ribs?
Dude, I can't. I don't know why.
Hyper specific.
Dude, going on a first date and ordering nachos is just so funny to me. You want to share nachos?
Yeah.
It's funny. Fuck, man. So I guess, fuck. Do I get nachos or do I get a burrito?
Chat, are you
Don't
not
do the
entertained?
nachos.
Really?
You're
You
right.
don't
It's
think
a
so?
bad idea. Skip the nachos. Skip burritos. It's nice. It's contained. You know, it's all wrapped up for you, clean.
Go
A lot
on.
of carbs though.
Right. Well, the nachos are carbed up too. Deep fried carbs, actually, even worse. Hamburger is $6 here. That's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
They've have a kind of an extensive menu. Did you guys already decide?
Yeah. Well, I did. A few other people. Not everyone though.
You guys like mole or no?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's
It's
Choco, yeah.
It's not my vibe.
Fuck yeah.
It's like a rich, thick sauce, but it's made of chocolate.
Love. I feel like you would
and
love
like
it.
beef.
You're a big sauce.
You might
guy, love.
actually.
I'll
you
try
might,
it out for sure.
It is
Yeah.
giving. It might be giving kind of the Japanese curry flavors.
Right.
Thick.
Thick.
Hmm.
It's thick.
Fuck my tits, bro. This can't be entertaining. There's no way.
Yeah, you can make a call here. Let's pick up the pace a little bit.
Shit.
People wanted this. Let's.
This is what the people wanted.
Oh, maybe you're right, AB.
Yeah.
Should make this as
give 'em what
painful
they
as
want.
possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't see a normal burrito. I see meat burrito. I don't want a burrito of just meat. Oh no, it doesn't.
They
That's
have normal burritos. Just let me know which one.
meat, beans, rice,
Know your
onions,
way around some
cilantro.
meat.
Okay. So let's do the meat burrito with chicken.
Got it.
And there's no cheese inside. What can we do something about that? I've noticed some burrito makers, they don't put cheese inside, and I can't really endorse that.
Oh, that's odd.
I can add cheese. You want cheese?
Yes, please. Is there an option for extra salsa? Or maybe a side?
There's not actually.
Can you write in the field?
Yeah, I can.
Nice. Okay. There it is. Food is ordered, my friends. There it is. Everybody's ordered. The stars are aligned.
Oh, there it is.
The order is out. What's the estimated delivery time, Sam? With the priority?
I can't see right now. I think it was 20 minutes, so probably
20 minutes? Dude, I will be skipping, singing, and dancing and praising their name if it gets here in 20 minutes.
So I ordered from Gavilan, Tacos El Gavilan, and they came here in 15 minutes. Really fucking weird.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
God bless them.
5 minutes.
I gotta be honest, my throat is really hurting.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
You know, the fact that I talk for a living 4 hours continuously, nearly every day. Could that be a reason why I get all these my throat? I feel like every month it happens.
I feel like it's because you have kids.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's your kids.
All right, let's see if I can work through this. Here's a good one about Jeff. This is a super weird rabbit hole. Yeah, exactly. Jeff talks about a crazy encounter he had with the girl that did the eye sculpture for David Dobrik. Now, just to jog your memory, to connect the lines here of causality, eye girl, David Dobrik. Let's see if that shows up. She made eye girl. I guess that wasn't good enough.
Sculpture. Oh, wait, I saw it. Yeah, it was at the top row.
It is here? Oh, yeah. So this girl made this giant fucking eye sculpture for David, which a lot of people thought was in poor taste, understandably. Jeff, one of them being. And so...
Which I always just assumed was just bad timing.
Weird coincidence.
Like a weird coincidence, not like... Because she's an artist, right? And just, I think, makes eyeball stuff.
Seems to be fairly talented as well.
I mean, that's
pretty cool sculpture.
Take it away from the context. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So this is so bizarre. Now, I'll let Jeff tell the story, and then I'll unpack it more if I can. But I'll let Jeff tell the tale.
Story about what happened?
He was an IRL streamer?
Yeah. So I was out a couple weeks, or like a month ago now. I'm out at this store, and this girl, she's like, "Oh, you're Jeff Wittek. Oh my God, I'm the girl that made the eye statue for David." And I'm like, "Cool." Like, "Oh yeah, that's great work." She was like, "Oh, I know." Like,
Wait, is that their sounds?
Yeah, it sounds like Kyle's stealing.
It's all right. I understand. I mean, if anyone has a right to blast Dobrik sound bites, it's definitely them.
I love Kyle too. He's a good dude. Shout out.
He looks up to you, Zach.
Yeah, he's a really good dude.
He idolizes you.
Yeah.
He really looks up to you.
Yeah.
felt bad, like, after I saw the comments, like, I should have made it for you. Or enough of this scoring, it's too much. And as she's doing that whole interaction, her boyfriend pulls out the phone and starts filming me and, like, trying to troll me. He's doing, like, an IRL stream. Or, like, filming a video to post after or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he had his phone on me, so I gotta be nice, you know? And now he starts going...
Jeff is such a character. I gotta be nice, you know? He's, like, such an Italian tough guy. But we love him. He's Italian, right?
Yeah.
Italian good old boy, you know? Yeah, I've been in prison, so what? I ain't know nothing about nobody.
I don't know why I thought he was Jewish.
You did not.
I did. I thought he might have been Jewish.
There's no way that man's Jewish.
Witteks, I thought was his name.
Witteks?
Yeah.
He's a good Italian boy, Zach. Shame on you.
I mean, the Jews and Italians, they kind of run parallel. In the
True.
Sense.
So what is it like to have one eye and shit like that while his phone is fucking 2 inches away from my face? So I'm ready to snap now.
This man, okay, I'll blow him.
But I'm keeping it cool because if you get mad on video, you lose. You know that.
Of course.
You know, you had that video where you're pushing that homeless kid's face or whatever, and you were like,
homeless, mentally ill.
yeah, remember
poor
that? You and Logan were just
immigrant
slapping the
kid.
shit out of that.
Dude,
fuck-
the way they...
So the kid's fucking really trying me. So, you know, at the end, I'm like, I pull out my credit card. So I'm like, all right, can you stop now? My credit card's out. And the people in the store, they're like, oh, you guys aren't together? You got to stop. You got to leave. So they put him outside, and now the kid's filming from outside, really trying to get a reaction
Are
out
you
of me.
streaming this? Like a live streamer?
Just phone out. I don't know what he's doing at this point, but I know that he's going to film me walking out. So I walk out. I'm like, all right, nice meeting you guys. And I don't think anything of it. I'm like a little pissed off, but I'm like, cool, it's fucking over with. I hear footsteps running up behind me. It's the kid. The fucking kid chased me down. I don't know what the fuck he's going to do. So at that point, I grab him, fucking grab the phone, about to fucking start blasting him with the phone, because now he's really like coming to attack me. This is self-defense at this point. Now I got this phone in my hand, and the kid pulls out pepper spray to try and fucking spray me. I've been sprayed before, so I'm not trying to get sprayed again. That shit shuts you down completely. You ever been pepper sprayed?
No.
I got the phone.
I've seen Joey Salads be pepper sprayed, and that did not look fun at all.
I got the fucking video. I got it deleted, and then the kid was trying to pepper spray me, and I got to get out of there on foot. I got to use all my training. It felt really nice to use a little jiu-jitsu fucking, and then just get out of there safely. Nobody was harmed, and it was nice. I actually got to teach one of those IRL streamers a lesson.
None of us was harmed. You get what I'm saying?
And it was like, I think we need more people like that in the world, because these people are a menace to society. They're going out and just fucking with people for their own personal gain and profit.
Like himself.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I didn't catch that first time I watched it. We need more people in the world like
him.
me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Jeff, I don't know if you know this, but a prankster was literally shot in a mall, and almost everybody was like, "Yeah, fuck that guy." So I don't think there's a lot of sympathy for these people in the world, but just the fact that it's this girl's boyfriend. How bizarre is that? I can go back to the beginning.
Bizarre.
You heard my situation where that kid. Should I tell that story about what happened?
He was an IRL streamer?
Yeah, yeah. So I was out a couple weeks, or like a month ago now. I'm out at this store, and this girl, she's like, "Oh, you're Jeff Wittek. Oh my God, I'm the girl that made the eye statue for David."
Still weird, because you know that she knows by now. It was talked about a lot.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I'm the one that made fun of your fucking that David slammed you into a tractor."
And I'm like, cool. Like, oh yeah, that's great work. She was like, oh, I know. Like, I felt bad. Like, after I saw the comments, like, I should have made it for you. All right, enough of this scoring. It's too much.
She said, "I should have made it for you." Oh, that would have been nice. That's basically the same as undoing the accident.
And as she's doing that whole interaction, her boyfriend pulls out the phone and starts filming me and like trying to troll me. He's doing like an IRL stream.
So, what do you think about that? We kind of started looking into this guy. Did we find anything interesting about him?
Not really. Like, he's not a popular streamer or anything. But I had never heard of him before. But I wanted to see if he had streamed this incident, but I wasn't able to find it anywhere, so I don't think
It wasn't streamed, as I did talk to Jeff about it, and it wasn't streamed. But that's why she worked with David. She's dating a wannabe dollar store version of him. Interesting. People need to leave Jeff alone. Unrelated. The wood stain looks so much better. Okay, thank you. That is unrelated. You're right. I should have stopped at unrelated. Wait, Jeff is saying the boyfriend of the girl who made the eye sculpture did it. That's nuts. Why would she be with someone like that? I know. She seems to be like an artist of some repute. Like, she has a following, I think. And she's with this psychotic freak.
It feels
It's
like.
just weird.
Do you think she like knowingly participated in
She was there.
Right, in giving David an eyeball sculpture because he hurt his friend. Like, do you think that she was in on the?
I think she.
Because if she was, then that makes sense that she's dating someone.
That's what her thing is. She makes eyes.
Right.
That's her
right,
whole.
but he commissioned her.
I think she probably didn't care. I mean, but
Which.
But to go up to him and say, "Hey, I did that," now is pretty weird.
Yeah, she sounds like she kind of maybe sucks.
Well, that's what I was saying at the beginning. When we originally heard that story, I thought, on her part, she was probably unaware and unwitting participant to this kind of trolly behavior. But hearing this story, I don't know.
Send me his channel. I was scanning through there, and it was quite bizarre. Weird stuff. There was like a whole live streamer underbelly. And I think what Jeff is advocating, if I can read between the lines, is a armed force of roaming goons who will basically shoot on sight anyone that could be perceived as a live streamer. Do we agree or disagree with that? And that's not mine. Jeff said that. I want to be clear about that. Violence, I don't endorse. Thoughts? Roaming squad, a death squad?
No, probably not a good idea.
I think that's what Jeff meant when he said more people like me.
Well, he explicitly was saying there should just be more me's out there. More Jeffs. The world needs more Jeffs.
That's true.
Yeah.
Be more like
Okay.
me and less like you. It's
Okay.
always good advice. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. You know what I want to do right now?
What?
You don't think I should watch this guy's videos, Dan? You can say it on stream. It's fine.
Again, it's just like
He's a nobody.
exactly. So
No.
I don't know. I don't want to necessarily.
I mean, I saw him streaming to like 2,000 people today. So I mean, he has some fans, but that's 2,000. I mean, how would you rank that, love?
On Kick, it might as well be 100. Who knows?
That's
true.
Kick.
That's
The
true.
numbers are not
because his
necessarily
YouTube views are
reliable.
not.
No, he has
Nah.
like no followers, no subscribers. I don't know. He might have been hosted by someone to, I don't, like, who knows?
Yeah.
All right, you know what I want to do? So we'll skip him. Here's what I want to do. Since we're in the... Actually, no, we have the boogie thing. Shit, I really want to watch that.
Mm-hmm. It's in the title, too. So we got to get to that.
Let's do the boogie thing. And then I want to watch the more Fidias podcast clips.
Well, and then we got to talk about Ryan. This is like the funniest story
Right,
we
okay,
have
I gotta get focused there.
Thank you.
Sorry, I gotta spit this out. Like, that must be so annoying to listen to.
So for the Fidias, we just have one as of now because it was, I don't know, it's kind of, I think we need to make like a compilation of them because going to it's just like him sleeping through half of these podcasts. So
It's fine. It's probably best not to even show it. Just a little freak.
no, I'm talking about Fidias.
Oh, Fidias.
He's a big freak, I think.
Let me show a clip at least. Can you? We actually, Fidias had XQC on his podcast.
Yeah, I can't believe he got him. It's a big pull.
Well, he's a huge YouTuber.
Yeah.
Do you have that clip, Zach?
I do, yes. Would you like me to roll it?
Yes, please.
When you have multiple relation, I mean,
Ah, shit. Das heißt, eigentlich Küche versehen. Ist der Jimmie bitte jetzt?
What?
it's interesting. I had you, and then I was with Olga.
Is there anything wrong with streamers directing their the building constructive, but just to wipe the communities, pixel arts with turning across?
What?
It's interesting. It's
Yeah,
interesting
I got
how
it.
you compare.
Like, fuck it.
Like, did you have this as well? How
They talking?
That's just
Pat?
mean.
Yeah. You're not following?
They understand each other?
XQC kind of popped off there.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was interesting. Phidias was right about that. It was interesting.
Oh, here. Sorry. Here's a visual.
Go ahead, guys.
when you have multiple relation, I mean,
Ah, shit. Das heißt, eigentlich Küche versehen. Ist der Jimmie bitte jetzt?
it's interesting. I had you, and then I was with
Oh, I
Olga.
fucking
Is there
love
anything
him.
wrong with streamers directing their the building constructive, but just to wipe the communities, pixel arts with turning across?
It's interesting. It's
Yeah, I
interesting
got
how
it.
you compare.
Like, fuck it.
Like, did you have this as well?
I love how much effort
that's just
Phidias
mean.
puts into his podcast. Like, he can't even be fucked up pronunciate. Like, even his voice is taking the day off. Where is that? I don't see it in the doc, the Phidias stuff.
Top of the show, number 8.
Oh, thank you.
Or I'm sorry, Goofs and Gaps, number 8.
Goofs and Gaps, number 8. Thank you. Here it is. I'm sorry. I got to. I love it. Here he is. Move over, Larry King. This was posted on the subreddit. I guess he's with his ex-girlfriend. Is that the premise?
Yes.
All right, let's take a listen. I'm sure it's going to be really interesting advice.
It's interesting. When you have multiple relations, I mean, I had you, and then I was with Olga. It's interesting how you compare. How
I will say in his defense, well, actually, no. I guess they both are not native speakers, so I guess they should they both do get a kind of a pass. But his English is good. I mean, I've seen him speaking before, but you know, it's not his first language. He's Greek, so we give him a pass for that.
Well, and in this, I think the especially mumbly aspect in this case is because he's having a very awkward conversation with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, the mumbling,
So,
I don't think you can blame on
that on top of
the foreign language.
this foreign language or second language.
I had you, and then I was with Olga. It's interesting how you compare, when another new person potentially comes in your life. It's like you compare, what is she more beautiful? Is she more cool? Is she more loving? Is she like? Did you have this as well? How is?
I did.
The trail off.
He's awesome. I am obsessed with Fidias. Here, let's find. I got to go to his channel. Yeah, you can just go to any moment, and it's just so good.
When you have.
Let's see.
Multiple
What they learned from their relationship. Good.
I had you.
Oh, this has 100,000 views.
That was a big hit for him. Yeah.
This has significant fandom. If you ever hit rock bottom, you're going to regret giving this girl up, man. Hard to find someone as genuine as her, especially in your field of work. Oh. Bro, you better get her back. She's an angel.
Oh, shit.
There's hardcore advocating for her. This girl is gold, beautiful soul, and so brave. Wow, Fidias.
It's interesting.
It is. The comments are surprising. Here, let's see. What did they learn from the relationship? Let's see.
How, if you met other people, how you felt when you probably saw that they had a girlfriend for some time. How did that go? And how?
I also appreciate that it's called blitz, which implies some kind of quick movement and quick attack.
Right. So this was, I was very confused by this because there's a Blitz podcast, which is, he also is on that channel sometimes, but is actually a separate podcast, but he must have just used their set to film this for whatever reason.
Oh, so he's not associated.
Well, he is. But the Blitz podcast is in Greek, or at least oftentimes.
Oh,
Greek.
okay.
There's other hosts. I don't speak Greek, so I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. But
You might say it's Greek to me.
it's Greek to me. Yep. Uh-huh. Another zinger brought to you by Ethan Klein.
Shakespeare said that, I believe. It's a Shakespeare quote.
It's interesting. What's your current status?
People
What?
want to know.
Also, Fidias want to know.
Wait, I'll answer.
Like, I try not to be, not everything needs to be recorded, I think.
I mean, this was a hit for him, though.
True.
The part, how did it make me feel when I saw you had a girlfriend? It helped me go get my bike. It sounds very funny, but I will explain the story. I moved to the
She
Netherlands.
does
I
seem
don't
really
even-
nice and wholesome. I'm not interested in that.
His questions seem like the way they're worded, they seem a little bit like they would hurt my feelings. The way he's like,
It sounds
you know
like he
when you
dumped her.
compare, like, is she more beautiful than you? Like, what are you talking about? Don't say that to me right now.
Oh,
and
this-
how did you feel about my girlfriend?
Right.
And I always think, is she hotter? Is she funnier than you? And I think, yes, she is.
Like, what the
And that's
fuck?
why I'm glad I left you.
It's pretty rough.
Great,
isn't
I'm
it?
so happy we had this conversation.
It is interesting.
People are pointing out that the font of Blitz makes it look like it says butts.
Butts. Fucking got him.
Which
Butts.
I did not catch, but they're right.
Got
Butt
him.
podcast.
Naturally. And I was like, maybe I was wrong. And maybe it just needs time for you to learn.
Personalities.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's what they mean. See, I told you multitasking is not a thing. What did I say?
I'm trying to find the next question.
But that's not nice because when people are speaking to you, they have their full attention, and you can be like, "Give me a sec." That's fine, and then you can just read. And then haven't seen
So here's
me
the
one.
problem. They're having a genuine conversation, and I love that for them. I need to find these newer ones that like. These are the ones I'm really interested
So
in.
what I've
2
found-
days ago,
Interesting.
2 days ago, 300 views.
Yeah. You know,
Actually, no.
podcasting's hard.
That banner is amazing.
It's hard.
The one that I really was interested in is his clips channel that seems to be AI generated. Can I get a link to that?
Yeah.
That was by far my favorite.
Second.
It's
What is
interesting.
interesting about this podcast, however, is I found on
So are
one
you
of
there?
his channels he did like a TED Talk like thing about his experience making that Elon Musk video where he camped outside a Tesla headquarters.
Send it.
Well, that's what was interesting from that is he says in this talk that Elon Musk is his hero and he's watched all of his podcasts 10 times or more. And Elon is the reason that he's into philosophy and science and all of these things. And you'll see on his podcast, he is actually acting on that. All of the podcasts are like learning the history of Napoleon or talking about nihilism and they all have like 150 views, and it's just he gets some professor to come on and talk about Napoleon for 2 hours, and he just does his nodding thing. He doesn't talk.
Here's what's so interesting. He has a big main channel with lots of views.
Yeah.
So he writes these people, and he puts that channel as an example of who he is. And he can probably get fairly people whose time is fairly valuable onto his show.
They seem like reputable academics and stuff. Yeah.
And then they're gonna fucking, spend a few hours of their precious time, and it's gonna get here. I mean, 3 hours, 2 views.
Oh my god. Yeah, about
I'm not-
reforming the education system.
I'm dead
Okay.
serious. This is from 4 days ago. 134 views, 28 views. How is that possible? Let me watch this one. 28 views. It's
interesting.
It is.
Okay, so give me some.
So this one has 28 views. So let's see. 4 days.
Advice. I want to start from tomorrow. Should I start? I will get a simulator. I will get. I will read your book. What else I should start doing?
He seems. He seems hyper engaged.
Bro is tapped out. It's been enough yapping. It's like, oh, this dude.
The guests might assume they're being trolled at some point.
What else I should
This is
start
pretty
doing?
great. Here.
I think you should read the book. You should get a simulator and try to watch some traders who trade live and learn from them for 1 or 2 weeks to learn exactly their thought process. Like for example, if you want to learn how to play chess, it's good to go and look at the people who are playing the chess and ask them why did you play that and the thought process behind it. So read the book. There are free simulators. Don't pay for it. Go to tradingterminal.com, has a free simulator. Go trade for real time for free.
Whatever, dude. Let's see what this lady has to say. Unlocking your sexual freedom. Oh, I'm sure he's gonna have a lot to say about this. Wait, who's this
The
guy?
question is, what is some advice that you give for normal people?
Wait, what's
like
happening?
Me
It's just
and
like
people watching.
bugged out.
Which
Go back.
not that free
No,
in
there
their
you go.
sexuality
freedom.
and
this is
that
it, this
they're
is
not as expressive and that
Dude, I
open
need
to sex.
I need
like,
his insights
you.
on sexual freedom. Absolutely crucial.
The question is, what is some advice that you give for normal people like me and the people watching, which they are not that free in their sexuality and that they're not as expressive and that open to sex like you?
Okay.
Well, I mean, that can be various things. I don't even know what you mean by that. Like, does that mean that you're just yourself?
In other words, really good question. She's like, I actually don't know what you want me to say.
Which is okay. I mean, you gotta listen to your own heart. I'm not gonna here and press anybody to be more open or
Also
less
true.
open about stuff. That's up to you to decide.
Interesting.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a good clip. Good clip.
It's
there.
really. It's basically him asking for advice and her saying no, and he uploaded that.
It's interesting.
It fucking is, dude. This one has 12. This one has 12 views.
I work online all throughout the day until I go to sleep. So I'm always
Online?
answering.
What-
Yeah, I'm always
what-
answering messages on OnlyFans or any of the other apps that I'm on. I do not answer DMs on public social media. So trying to write me on Instagram, it's not going to happen. If you try to write me or Twitter or any of those other places, I'm not going to respond back to you. I only respond back to people that are on my
Hold on. Can I rewind these?
OnlyFans
No.
that are subscribed to
Yeah.
me or
Little
on my
shorts.
Sex Panther. That is,
Oh, Jesus.
I work online
There is a way
all
if you
throughout the
take
day
out
until I
shorts
go to
from the
sleep.
URL.
I spend so much.
Oh, right.
I work
right.
online
There's kind of like a
all
workaround.
throughout the day
All right,
until
sorry.
I go
There
to
was just a scene I saw that. No, it didn't work.
You have to then type in. Here, I
It's
can do it. I can
interesting.
do it.
I work online all throughout the day until I go to sleep. So I'm always
Online?
answering.
What-
Yeah, I'm always
what-
answering messages on OnlyFans.
Cook a meal.
God damn it.
I work online
Bro.
all
right.
throughout the day
No, it's
until
worth
I go
it,
to
trust
sleep. So I'm always
Online?
answering.
What-
Yeah, I'm always
what-
answering messages on OnlyFans or
Soccer
any
ball?
of the other apps that
You
I'm
see the
on.
soccer ball emoji?
I do
Yeah, I know
not answer DMs on
Here.
public social media. So
My goal is
trying to
to
write me on Instagram, it's not going to happen. If you try to write me or Twitter or any of those other places, I'm not going to respond back to you. I only respond back to people
He
that are
hasn't
on my
blinked one
OnlyFans.
Is he there? Where are you, Fid? Where is Fidias? Where is he? Big Fid.
It's interesting.
I know what software adds that emoji and all that shit.
It's so bad.
I tried it for the podcast. It sucks.
Of course, dude. What the fuck? Oh, thanks, Dan.
I know it's a little late, but
No, it's still worth it. It's still good. This could be worth.
I work
capturing
online
again.
all throughout the day until I go to sleep. So I'm always
Online?
answering.
What-
Yeah, I'm always answering
Online?
messages. Answer DMs on public social media. So trying to write me on Instagram, it's not going to happen. If you try to write me or Twitter or any of those other places, I'm not going to respond back to you. I only respond back to people that are on my OnlyFans that are subscribed to me.
You know, I don't know if he's a bad dude. I think he's just a little.
no, he seems
Yeah.
fine.
His heart. I think his heart is in the right place. He just doesn't understand sometimes that what he's doing in his social experiments is really fucked up. It
Wait,
could-
Oh wait, he
there
took
was
a
the-
sleeping bag
yeah,
from a
he
homeless
stole a
person.
sleeping bag from a homeless person.
But
That was
he
pretty
gave it
fucked
back.
He gave it back.
Yeah, he gave it.
Oh, okay.
He took it for a night.
He gave
though.
it back the next morning.
Yeah, when he.
It's interesting.
I just find it fascinating. I mean, this guy, I'm on his channel right now. 9 months ago, 13 million views on a video, and he can't swing like 28 views on a podcast.
I don't think conversing is his strong point.
I mean, I guess you can admire his persistence.
It's true. It is true. I'd be interested to connect with Fid, Big Fid. I like him. I want to enter his mind. There has to be some. I think it's send him to Fist Fest. Oh no, guys, we have tragic news about Fist Fest. So we were trying to get Sam and Olivia to go do the reporting there, and we heard back from the council, and they have decreed no girls allowed.
Literally devastated.
No fucking girls allowed at Fist Fest, man.
With the, I was speaking to one of the heads of Fist Fest.
The behinds, maybe even.
The behind, yes. And they went to the council with the help of Hunger, who I just want to say they've been more than helpful with this stuff.
Yeah, sweet people. Good
yes,
people, really.
Very good people. But yes, they said no females.
So we need to find who's going to step up.
I think we have our answer.
Who?
Fidias.
God. That's interesting. Just like
how do you
like hunger's like got a dude like two dudes like like a shoulder deep. Fidias, that's interesting.
How do you do this online?
How do you do it online? It's interesting. Larry King, rest in peace. Still a better.
When you have multiple relations, I mean,
Even dead Larry King, I think, is a better interviewer.
multiple relations.
People say, oh. I don't know if he'd be up for it, but I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat suggesting we send Tom Ward.
Oh my God!
Wait, that's a good idea. Oh,
He's
he
always
already,
looking to
he already
learn.
said he would do it.
Did he mention that?
Yeah, he had mentioned. I saw him write somewhere that he would be interested.
Okay.
Okay, so wait.
How
Oh
do
my
you do
God.
this
Interesting.
online.
Oh my God.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
It's genius.
Interesting.
My vote's still Fidias, but Tom would be.
I mean,
What's
Fidias
the
is.
fight?
It's a long
I
shot.
mean, Fidias is kind of a menace, and like we like the Fist Fest people. I don't
He's gonna like steal their lube. And
Yeah.
Whoever gets to go, I'm gonna be so jealous.
I'm sorry, Olivia. I
I
thought you girls
know.
were gonna do so great.
I
there.
really tried.
I know. I'm so grateful.
But I understand it's their world. It's their
yeah,
rules.
it's-
So let's send Tom Ward. Can we? Who's in charge? Who's in contact with Tommy Boy?
I am.
Oh, this is actually so exciting.
It's gonna be a very emotional passing of the baton, but it'll happen.
Wow.
Let's hop on a call with him, and maybe we can talk to the guys with Fist Fest too.
Wow. That's exciting.
It's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Do you guys want more Fidias, or do we doing?
We got to talk about our other two headline
I
stories
had
before we run out of
you,
time.
And then I was with Olga. It's interesting how you compare.
Yeah.
How you
Mm-hmm.
when another new person potentially comes in
Right.
your life. It's like you compare. What is
Right.
Is she more beautiful? Is she more cool? Is she more loving? Is she like? Did you have this as well?
Right.
I don't know, jackass. Is she? Tell me. That's what I would say
It's
if my
interesting.
ex-boyfriend said that to me.
True.
It's interesting.
All right, let's talk about Boogie2988, who, let's be real, we've had a little bit of a falling out with us recently, you might say. We were friendly with him for a while. He was a frequent guest on the show. It's been a long time since he's been on the show, but all of a sudden he started just posting like mad Ethan hate. Like just the hardcore. He did Boogie did a fat man bad to me. Boogie. And so I was like, dude, what the fuck is your deal, man? Like everybody on the internet hating me and now you're like just joining. It seemed to me he was just hating for attention, which whatever. And I just said one thing. I was like, listen, Boogie, this shit's lame, whatever. And he's lost his mind. He hasn't stopped talking about me. So that's the status of our relationship. And clearly, he has not been doing great. His views have fallen off really significantly, actually. Let me go to his channel.
It's interesting.
I included some screen grabs that show his analytics.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's number
That's interesting.
4.
Interesting. It's interesting.
It's interesting.
This is from the documentary.
So, let's see. He's apparently...
So he shows views and then income from YouTube.
He was complaining that he doesn't have enough to live on. He only gets $3,000 a month in YouTube revenue.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
He only made 26 grand in
According-
2022 from YouTube.
And according, the documentarian said he had access to his bank statements.
Right.
So this is...
How did it fall off that hard? That's crazy.
He really wasn't... Let's look at his channel.
Just
you
get
know?
no views.
No views.
I thought he had like
no
I thought he had like hate watchers that would at least juice some views.
Like he.
That's crazy.
I don't know if a lot of people were just super grossed out with the girlfriend, the super young girlfriend thing too. He's milking the doc now though. He's like clickbaiting his like 20-year-old girlfriend who looks like she's 15, Boogie's girlfriend speaks up. Girlfriend tells her truth about Boogie. He posted that on his own channel. But if you go back to 2022, let's go back here. The other thing I've noticed is he just doesn't post that much.
I guess that'll do it.
Like, here, let's go back. I'm kind of curious. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you're getting like 20,000 views per video, and you're uploading like 1 or 2 videos a week.
Yeah,
That's pretty much zero money.
I see.
In fact, it's almost certain that the majority of that is coming from his old videos. You know? Trying to see what other content he's making. Let's see. Dating guide for fat men.
It's interesting.
My response to this dude made a video about him. Yada, yada, whatever. So it's been hard times for him. It is funny to me that he, in the documentary, again, he lives in Kansas. I'm assuming
Arkansas.
Sorry, Arkansas, which I'm assuming the cost of living there is significantly lower than most places in the United States. So he goes, yo, I'm only getting $3,000 a month. I can't live. I need $7,000 a month to survive. I was like, the fuck? You need $7,000 a month? That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Arkansas is the cost of living in Arkansas is 8% lower than the national average. So, it's in the bottom half.
Okay, not that, I guess it's not significant, but it is definitely cheaper. I don't know, because my perception's all crazy because I live in LA. I don't know what it's actually
It says
costs.
California is 42.8% more expensive than Arkansas.
So it's double, or 50% more for everything.
Mhm.
So 7,000 there would cost. I need 15,000 a month to live. No, that's double. More like 10,000. Anyway, the documentary was really good. Frankly, I watched the whole damn thing, and it's an hour long. I wanted it to be longer. I thought it was so good, and I thought the guy who made the documentary is mega talented. He really put in the work to do the. He really did a really good piece of film. I don't know.
His name is Mike Klum.
Mike Klum.
It was pretty wonderful.
And I'm very impressed. I mean, he really spent time out there with him too. Like he really immersed himself in Boogie's world. I wish it was longer, Mike. That's my only regret. I mean, look at the intro. I mean, it's really well produced.
When I'm on my deathbed.
Is this, you said, is
So
this,
there's claims all throughout the video. The timestamps that I added are okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So I won't watch it. But there are certain timestamps that are so phenomenal that I need to share it with you guys. But I do recommend watching the whole thing. It's very good. Let's see. So this guy, Mike Klum, was with him for 9 months. And he had full access to his day-to-day schedule, personal contacts, and financial statements. And it's kind of...
Mike.
I know Boogie's probably doing it just for the attention, but it is kind of admirable that he gave him that level of transparency, right? In the service of making a good documentary.
The Mike.
So, here is Boogie talking about how his net worth is 0. Here he is in the bathtub.
And on top of that,
Something up? I see you guys whispering back there.
Oh no. There's that other bathtub scene that I don't know if we can show. I wasn't sure if that's what you're referring to.
You know, can we?
It's a lot of skin.
No, I mean, you can't see your butt. You mean you see like the top of the butt?
You could speak
Not
it
the
out
crack.
like a fanfic and explain it.
Yeah.
She got off.
It's such an important scene. By the way, where's the food at, Sam? Are we getting an ETA on that?
Hi, Matt.
She might be out getting it right now. I'm gonna hope for that.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
true.
shit, Mike.
Oh, Mike Klum just donated $400. You didn't need to do that.
Oh, Mike is in the audience.
H3 Podcast. Thank you all for reacting to the film. #1 podcast on the planet. That's right. He knows.
My next documentary answers the world's most Googled question: does Ryan Kavanaugh look like Harvey Weinstein?
Oh, that is great news.
Wow, Mike Bloom.
Mike.
I gotta say, Mike, I think this. If I look at your channel, because I was real curious, because I really am a fan of this video. It's the only one he's made. So
He
this
just
guy,
hit the scene, hitting the scene running.
I think he's got a bright future as a documentarian. He really did something
Well,
special
so
here.
is he perhaps already a documentarian that just was not on YouTube?
Mike, you wanna
know what
call
I mean?
in?
Like actually doing like film festivals?
Mike, call
and that
in.
kind of
Let's
stuff?
talk to Mike.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Tell him to send me a DM.
DM Olivia
Olivia-
on Instagram.
Yes,
On Instagram,
Olivia
is that it?
Lopez with an S.
Olivia Lopes.
Mike.
You said Lopez.
That's how I say to spell it. It's easier. Like envelopes. Lopez with an S.
but with an S.
So, Mike, DM Olivia Lopes on Instagram. I would love to get you on the call. Get it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say.
Yeah.
He said, the description says, thank you for checking out my first documentary.
Oh.
On this platform.
On this platform. See, I because the quality of the production does not seem, it's not amateurish at all.
Not
You
at
know what
all.
I mean, so
Not at all.
I have a feeling he's done some other work.
Anyway, here's the scene.
I stole $163,000 on my house. I think my net worth is zero. Once you pull the equity out of the house, get rid of the house debt, sell off all my collectibles, and pay off all my debts, I think that puts me at $0. Shit. I'm worthless.
Love his dogs, though.
Yeah, this is the hard part. Back to reality.
Shredder used to do that. It was so cute. I had a dream about Shredder last night. So unfair. Let's go to the next clip. I'm being careful because I don't want it to get claimed.
Yeah, I'll stop you beforehand.
Gastric bypass breakdown aftermath and why he wants to save 20K to remove excess skin.
All of the claims said no effect, but just to be safe, is the no impact. I don't know.
That's fine then.
Well, it might be different.
It's got me and Zach a couple times.
Well, if they change it up, I'll just dispute it.
Okay.
You know, because I want.
If he calls in, you can ask, is this
Just saying.
royalty-free music?
He actually is going to call in.
Well, listen, if it's royalty free or not is none of my concern as a commentator. That's on my
right.
Update: I see Sam walking in with bags.
Oh, Sam.
Oh, Mike, you're going to have to wait. We got to eat.
Sam, we love Sam. Fidias, you hungry?
You want anything?
Fidias.
It's interesting. When you have multiple relations, I mean, I
Fidias.
had you, and then I was
Fidias.
before, it's interesting how you compare.
There's something in his ears. You can't
how
hear.
you compare.
All right, let's watch. Let's continue. Despite a gastric bypass, Boogie continues to struggle with his weight. I mean, he did lose a lot of weight. He is attempting to save the $20,000 to remove the excess skin.
But my best feature, this is the one the ladies love. I call it
This was a lot. For
my
me.
meat apron. I have 2 meat curtains. There's a second one. I have 2 glorious meat curtains.
This made me really
I don't like showing it to
people. It's not his private, but it feels like it is. I've never seen anything like this in my life, and
Is
it's
that not a fupa?
bro. I guess technically, but I've never seen independent flaps like
Fupa
that.
flaps. They call
Well,
it. I
and
think that's
people
the
don't-
actual like medically
Mhm.
fupa.
That's
right?
the tupa.
Because
the tufa.
Or
the
maybe-
tufa.
Wait, hold on. Maybe that's
Good,
just,
Cam.
maybe that's the excess skin because he was a lot bigger.
Yeah. He was talking about getting the excess skin removed.
Also-
way around some meat.
Also, the term meat curtain was unsettling.
I don't like seeing it. So that's why I'm going to die alone. Well, my real name.
So, let's see. Boogie has spent. Oh, this was quite a revelation. He spent over $200,000 on sex workers between 2018 and 2020. Why is it the same shot? It's just him getting out of the bath every time I click a link. All right, hold on. Let me reset here.
Oh no, wait, hold on. Let me.
It's a good shot.
It is. It's just what's happening? It's just him getting out of the bath again.
I don't know. Give me 1 sec. I think sometimes when we do doc checks, sometimes it copies over. That's the only thing I could think of because, yeah. But anyways, here it is. It's right here. There you go. God bless.
Thank you.
We're pretty sure. But
Mike
they were
just
like
joined
Arkansas
the lobby,
8s,
by the way, if you want me to bring him in.
not LA.
Let me finish this clip. And
10s with sugaring. I got to fuck some LA 10s.
Actually,
and
let
I
me just, Mike, hang on a sec. I want to show all these clips I like just to kind of introduce the audience, and then I have a lot of questions for you, actually.
think that's cool.
We got back to the hotel, and I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie2988. Overall, the experience, and I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but there was rules upon rules upon rules, and it took me a lot of time to find a stick. I am now married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
She said, thank you, Mina. She said she quit sex work because she slept with Boogie.
That's gnarly.
What's worse? I guess this is a meme. This probably isn't something that actually happens. Thank you, Sam. You know, people say, oh, she, like, when you're with a girl and then she, like, becomes a lesbian.
Yeah.
Right, it's kind of like in the...
That's another trope.
So, well, it reminds me of the joke that Jimmie always tells. I was with the prostitute. I dropped my pants. She dropped the price.
I dropped my pants. She
dropped the industry.
Changed her whole work field. Oh yeah, really good. Oh yeah.
Shit, this is spicy. I don't do good with spice.
Is that sexist to me? Sure. Is that womanizing me? Sure. I don't really care. I'm a 48-year-old man. I never got to fuck a model. This let me fuck a couple of models. Is that wrong?
It's not wrong.
Here we have some.
I mean, I don't generally have. I don't have a problem with sex work if it's like done ethically and safely and stuff. Although I don't know what happened in that room because this woman did a 180. She changed her whole life.
Some of the women in this area that are local and ready to go out. They'll go to dinner with you. They'll go to a show with you. Maybe they'll come back to your place. But they are expecting something in exchange. But then it's window shopping, right? Like any other meat market like Tinder.
Oh,
you
gross.
kind of scroll down
I hate how he talks about it,
you
though.
find.
Made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's not nice.
A meat market?
That's very fucked up.
Jesus Christ, man. Sounds like human trafficking. Let's get into a meat market, eh?
Someone that looks interesting to you. I think this girl's really cute. Oh yeah, yeah. She's definitely a little thicker than I necessarily would always go for, but there's nothing wrong with it.
That blew me away. He says she's too fat for him.
Brother.
But he's willing to settle, so it's okay.
That. So I deserve to go to Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve to go to New York and explore Times Square with a beautiful girl.
Why?
That
Right,
was the
like, I
part
deserve
that a lot of
that.
people had a problem with.
I deserve.
Well, yeah, like why do you deserve?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's Boogie2988. Doesn't everyone deserve to have sex with a model and go to Disneyland? I thought that was just basic human. I mean, in the hierarchy of needs, Dan, and I am a student of science.
Right.
Maslow's.
Yeah, yeah. It's up there. I think that was in the second Bill of Rights, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that a lot.
This salsa is so fucking good. Spicy.
I'm dying over here. I'm like rushing to finish it because it's so damn hot.
The red one? Oh, I guess they're all red.
Just whatever's on it. I'm not even dipping it.
Wait, there's a brown one there too.
Right.
And I want that, and I've never had it. Man, if I had that money back, that would be half of my mortgage right now. That $1,000 is my entire health insurance payment. I don't know what the prostitutes did with it, and I hope they spend it in good health. But I sure could use that shit right now, you know? You wanna go for a walk? So you can, you know?
I think that we might need to soundbite this part, Zach.
Man, right? Like I deserve that. To New York. So I deserve to go to Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve to go to New York and explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? Like I deserve that. And I want that, and I've never had it. Man, if I had that.
It is a weird statement. I really do think there's something where he really genuinely is like, I'm Boogie2988.
Right.
He is really, I mean, he was a big deal.
I mean, but it's different than saying, like, I deserve love. I deserve hot girls and going to Disneyland.
Everybody deserves love. That's not what he said.
Right.
He says, I want to fuck hot bitches and go to Disneyland. That's a different thing. Here he is trying to sell his collectible cards to pay his rent or his mortgage.
I know how much these things mean to you. What's it like to have to sell them to be able to live?
So selling off these things kind of sucks because I've been playing Magic for 30 years, and some of the cards in this box I opened back in 1994. I opened them in like 96, and I've held on to them ever since. And that's like they're a piece of my childhood. They're a piece of my history. I thought I was going to get buried with this stuff. This is my stuff. This is me. This is part of me. And I made some money off of YouTube last month, but I did not make enough without a sponsor or something like that. I'm not making enough, so we're gonna go to the game shop. But this is gonna keep me from going out on the streets, right? Like this is gonna keep me in a house. So I think it's bittersweet. I think he would find it bittersweet.
At this pace, Boogie will be bankrupt in 6 months.
I'm selling Magic cards on Whatnot. I'm selling collectibles on eBay. I'm selling arcade machines locally. I'll sell it all. And I'm going to sell enough to help with.
I think, obviously, being broke like that and losing everything is horrible, but I think the reason people don't feel too bad for him is that it's so self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been coming for so long.
Yeah. I will say, I brought a bunch of like action figures from Michigan this last time we went, last weekend, to decorate my new office where me and Lena just moved. And this documentary fucked me up because I'm like, did I really want toys in the background? It just changed my perception of it a little bit.
Yeah, but he's not the only one.
Yeah.
There's lots of cool dudes with toys in the background on YouTube. I mean, I sure I can think of a few of them if you give me a day or two.
I decided to throw out all my Legos after watching all this Boogie Doc.
The Quartering has toys behind him. He's a cool dude.
Those things were a bitch to pack too. So.
Yeah, the current day.
The pronoun guy?
Yeah, he loves that kind of shit.
Is there anybody cool? Is there anybody?
Killer.
Hassan has toys. There you go.
He does?
Yeah, he has some. Not a lot, but
Yeah, it's more like just stuff back
Yeah,
there.
it's
I don't know about
memorabilia.
toys specifically.
Yeah, political things.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm about to get a fucking bookcase behind me now.
It's like Encyclopedia Britannica.
I don't think there's anything wrong with toys, though. It reminds me of like JonTron-esque kind of content. You know what I mean?
It's still real to me, damn it!
Like, I'm going to review this video game from 1993.
It's interesting.
That's the vibe it gives off.
A mortgage.
Remember Mike's.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go ahead, bring him on. I don't want to keep him waiting. There's a lot more clips. Compilation of Boogie's dark humor. Hey, Mike.
What's up, man?
How'd you do this?
Well, I emailed Boogie, and he replied, and then we did a Zoom call, and we were shooting like 2-3 weeks after that. So,
and Did you have a budget, or are you doing this solo by yourself? Like, what's the process?
Yeah, so I own like a video production company in Ohio, and I've been shooting like documentaries for like corporations, like training videos and kind of all the corporate videos. And I've done some other YouTube shows, kind of like behind the scenes. I would do the kind of the business side of it. But yeah, I was just bored. I wanted to do something for fun. I was scrolling YouTube and saw that Sunny V2 video.
Right.
Like, you know, Boogie's collapse or whatever. I'm like, all right, should I make stuff like this? But I'm like, you know, not really. So I was just like, hey, if I took all my cameras and my crew and we kind of did like the live action cinematic follow up to that, could that play on YouTube? And that started.
So wait, it was you and how many people were out there?
I had one shooter with me, and then I edited it, I produced it, and we had some assistant editing. So it was a team of 3.
Wow. And so you and your camera guy, you guys went out and lived with him for 9 months, right?
I mean, it wasn't 9 months straight, but we filmed quite a few times. You know, I couldn't have made it 9 months straight.
That is a long time, yeah.
Wouldn't have worked. Wouldn't have worked, but yeah.
Oh, do you know Jimmie Lee?
I do know Jimmie Lee. He keeps calling me. I get a call.
You don't say.
Dude, how does he have time? This man has so much damn time.
We got them texts. There's texts.
Let me read.
Holy shit. First off, how Jimmie Lee spells please is PL call.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Call with a bunch of L's. Important. Call me, period, important. So I guess I got to call him back. It's important.
No, you don't.
You want to call him right now?
Oh my God. No. I'm not going to call him now. Basically, what happened was I filmed a documentary with him too. But the problem is, and I talked to him last week, he kind of went behind my back and made a whole different documentary.
Oh, no. He didn't.
So, yeah. So, I mean, I love Jimmie. I would have made a great film, I think. But we were taking too long on the edit because I had to get, it just takes a time. I think he was very angry.
Wait, so you had spent significant time with Jimmie creating a similar styled documentary as Boogie's?
Yeah, maybe wasn't as involved, but we shot for 4 days. I love Jimmie. He's probably going to call me after this.
During this.
He owns you now.
I talked after, because he put out this documentary, which it was good. I think.
Hold on, bring Jimmie on. I have to ask him. I feel like he really fucked up. He didn't tell you he was working on a documentary concurrently, because that's a little.
Until I saw the trailer, I think he just wanted to move quicker than I was able to move. He is a very hard worker, you know, and unfortunately, I don't know what I'm going to do with all the footage now.
You know,
because he literally remade the exact scenes. They went to the same places and interviewed. It just wasn't. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? This is a replica of.
You know, I was gonna say that I don't know, because, like, first of all, the one that went out was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I am curious about, because I feel like your product is more polished, more professional. No disrespect to the other guy, but I would watch it still.
Yeah, I would check out. I watched it and I'm like, hey, this is good, but it's basic. It was basically pre-made, but fast. I couldn't have probably got it out as quickly because we shot in like July or June, and it's, you know, it would have taken me a year because the level of editing and if you have other projects, it just takes time, especially if I'm going to edit.
Yeah, documentaries are difficult and long and
but
hard.
I love Jimmie. Jimmie, when you call me, you're a great guy. People love you. But unfortunately, I don't know what we're going to do with this documentary. But
oh, no.
We don't know.
So you must have lost a lot of money on that. Just sunk time and money into that?
It's mostly time. I mean, I have some other businesses, and it pays for the travel and other things.
That's good.
But I'm just doing this for fun. I mean, obviously, if it gets views, that's cool. But I started doing this because I want to do some stuff for fun.
How are you feeling? I mean, it's really taking off. 1.5 million views. I mean, that's pretty tremendous for your first.
Yeah, I mean,
video.
It's just probably the most fun week of my life, honestly. I mean, I was thinking maybe pull a few hundred K. I know he was going to promote it, and I thought maybe 250, 300,000 would be cool, and then do another one and try to grow. But after Penguins dropped his video, it was like, you know.
That did a lot of movement for you.
Yeah.
There was
Jimmie.
one. Oh yeah, Jim. I had to bring Jimmie on. Sorry, Mike. I just have questions.
I have to call him back.
Yeah. So I mean, you can do this. Basically, this serves two purposes. This is you calling him back.
Let's knock it out.
He'll still call him later.
Oh, I have a question actually, Mike. Because the doc. Hold on one sec there, Jimbo.
Okay.
Jimmie. Jimmy,
Where's the outlaw? I'm having dinner.
Fuck, Jimmie? How the fuck do you get in a hold of every damn person in my life? And I just met this guy. I didn't even know this guy. What the fuck, dude?
Well, he's a son's a bitch because he did the documentary and he didn't put it up.
Mike,
and then Alex did
Jimmie,
after him.
Jimmie. So I shot this, and this dude's calling me like the week later. When can we get it out? Can we I'm like, I need time, and you know.
Dude, you shot it like 4 months ago, and you didn't do nothing. Come on, Mike.
Jimmie.
I shot.
Dude, come on.
Hold on.
These things take time, Jimmie.
Jimmie, hold on. You really fucked him over. You know that, right?
Mike Klump was supposed to be my buddy, but he didn't. He just didn't. He didn't get the documentary out. Then the other guy came in, and he did it like right away. I'm not mad at you, Mike. But we had a. You know.
I know. I understand. Listen, I have no hard feelings. If I lived in the area, I would go
it still.
Hold on, one at a time. Mike, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Jimmie, I have no hard feelings. You did what you did. I think we're gonna hold on to the footage. The more famous you get, we'll drop this documentary in like 3-4 years. Who knows what's gonna change in your life?
I don't know if he'll be alive then.
Mike, listen. Why don't you just drop it now? What are we waiting for?
Well, Jimmie, unfortunately, you replicated all the interviews and the whole story arc that we shot with this other. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. It happens. Some of you do a project, you got to turn it off. But
Mike, you can do a different angle. Do a different angle.
Yeah.
What kind of ankle did you have in mind for him, Jimmie?
Well, if he watches the whole documentary that Alex did, he can just use his footage and do a different angle. He has different stuff. Like he didn't do my brother. He did a lot more.
Jimmie,
Roger.
unfortunately, that's not how it works. That's not.
We were at the White. No, hold on. We were at the White House sub shop. You interviewed cousin Freddie. Alex never interviewed cousin Fred. You have a lot of different stuff, Mike. You really do.
Hold on, Mike. Jimmie has suggested that you use the footage from the other documentary. Is that something that you can do?
Typically speaking, best practices for documentaries is to not take from another documentary. That's generally speaking.
Jimmie, do you understand that?
Say it again.
Do you understand that it wouldn't really be ethical for him to steal the other guy's footage and just pawn it off as his own?
No, I don't want him. I don't want him to take anything what the other filmmaker did. I wanted him to use his own footage because he has a lot of different people that Alex didn't do, and he could create his own story on me.
What do you mean by your own story? I need.
Well, there's different people being interviewed, and we did different locations. We were in Il Molino. We were at the White House sub shop.
Mike, your response.
Jimmie, unfortunately,
I think Olivia will agree with me on this.
Olivia, your response.
Jim, I don't know if you want my opinion on this.
She was crying at your documentary, but I think she's retracting those tears now, Jimmie.
No, the tears were real and
Tears
they
can't be
exist.
retracted.
I don't know, Jim, if I'm being honest, I think that you should have let him know that you were doing another documentary.
It's okay. Listen, it's okay, Jimmie. I love you. You're a great dentist. You're a great entertainer. And you're going to get more famous. You're going to keep getting more famous.
In
And we're
my,
gonna
in
drop
my
this
defense,
way down the road.
In my defense, Olivia, I reached out to Mike several times, and
He
I
definitely
asked him to
Many,
do it.
many, many
Several
times.
hundred.
And-
I believe that. I believe that.
And he said, "You know what that's like," and he didn't do anything. And then this guy came along, Alex, and he wanted to do it right away. So I did it with someone who was
Jimmie.
going to do the documentary.
Jimmie, you have to reckon though with this uncomfortable truth that you really did fuck over Mike.
No, I really didn't.
Because
I reached out to him several times, and he didn't do anything.
Hold on. Jimmie, he came to you. He said he invested a significant amount of time documenting it. It's unrealistic for you to expect him, a serious documentarian, by the way. I don't know if you watched the one on Boogie. It's really, really good. It has 1.5 million views. How much does your documentary have, by the way?
You have 1.5 million views, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, then you have to do my documentary, Mike. It's a no-brainer. Mike, it's a no-brainer.
Oh my
Mine
God.
only has 30,000.
30,000.
Wow.
So,
It sounds
so
like
that-
maybe you,
So do you see what I'm saying though? Like,
up, Jimmie.
you snubbed him, and you should have at least told him, Jimmie, that you are working with another documentarian.
Okay, well, maybe I owe you an apology. Maybe you're right, Ethan.
And
on a serious note.
And does that apology have anything to do with how you learned how many views that his documentary got?
Say that again.
Does the apology you just gave him have anything to do with your discovery of the amount of views his Boogie documentary got?
Well, I didn't know anything about it till you told me, but I had reached out to Mike even earlier today before I even knew you were even going on to call me because my documentary's out and I wanted to ask Mike if he wanted to do mine. So this just came to me just now. So no, the answer is I apologize because maybe I should have I should have told you,
Go,
Mike.
Jimmie, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Jimmie, it's very polite of you to call me to ask me if I wanted to complete the documentary. However, given the fact that the other documentary replicated all the scenes we shot, unfortunately, I don't think there's enough original content to make this engaging. So I do think we have to.
That seems fair.
Well, let me.
That seems fair.
Let me ask you this: did you shoot with Mott's boss?
There were certain things that
Okay,
were
just
not
curious,
included.
just
I
curious.
wasn't. Yeah.
Jimmie, by the way,
I don't think Ethan he met Mozzarella Boss.
Well, maybe. Well,
Oh my God.
cut to Jimmy's camera. I would say that Mike might have an interesting vertical with Mott's boss, but that was actually already done by the other guy.
Right.
All right. Well, Jimmie, unfortunately, I hate to tell you, but I really think you missed your moment here. And I got to tell you another thing. I think you're really blowing it with the Bobby Lee thing. And I'm trying my best, man, but it's just you're making it very difficult for me to turn you into a star.
Now, I wanted to apologize because I had given Zach dates and I couldn't come out, but I'm trying to come out. I'm trying to come out the first week of December.
Mike, you know about this story?
I'm not familiar. Yeah.
So
What's
Bobby
going
Lee
on?
is a friend of mine. I texted
Okay.
him and I said, please do me a personal favor and have Jimmie Lee on your podcast. He says, okay, I will do that for you.
Yeah.
Jimmie Lee now, as we're trying to schedule it, has told us that
Where's the quietest place?
it's not worth coming out here just for Bobby's show because he's not big enough.
Oh, Bobby Lee is not big enough.
Not
well,
for
listen,
Jimmie.
when you're the Jersey Outlaw, he's got a lot going on. He's running multiple dental practices. He's a
That's
class
true.
comedian.
Good
He's got to
point.
be selective on who he books with, and Bobby Lee, frankly, just may not be at that repertoire.
He's on. Let's be real. Bobby Lee is not what he used to be in terms of, Actually, that's not true. I feel like Bobby's more famous now or more kind of cool than he's ever been, even despite being like 60.
Jimmie, I would highly recommend going on the Bobby Lee show. That's probably
I will go on. Can you get me on Ethan the beginning of December?
This is what you can't fucking comprehend for some reason.
Let me lay it out for you, Jimmie. They had certain dates that were available. You offered some dates. They went back. It's just not working out. I told them.
Okay,
I
that's
apologized
fine.
to them. I said, you know what? Maybe let's just try again after the
No
new
problem.
year. And yeah.
Okay.
It's more of a when they're available type of thing.
And can you?
I understand.
Can you please comprehend this? This is how it is. I know you've been reading comments to get you on Bobby, but the time does not work.
The opportunity.
I
has
get it.
passed.
It's not going to happen. I
It's-
got you, Zach.
All right. Very
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
So, well, listen, I hope I'm going to keep talking to Mike. I'm going to say goodbye to you, Jimmie. I hope you
But
guys.
before you say goodbye to me, could you put a good word into Mike to maybe do the documentary maybe in the future?
Sure, Jimmie.
Maybe Zach could talk to him.
Yeah, I'll do it. Mike,
What do you think, Big Mike?
what do you think, Big Mike?
A free sub at the White House sub shop, Mike. Mike,
Really?
do,
A
if
free
you do it.
sub?
It's the White House.
2 subs on the house.
Oh, I'm in, Jimmie. I'm in.
Well, let's go. Come on, buddy.
A free mozzarella lesson.
All right, listen, Jimmie.
Please.
Jimmie, I'll call you. Listen. You have an amazing career ahead of you.
I
And
do.
It's just
That was
the
nice
first
of you.
chapter.
Yeah,
So-
Well, I love you. I love you, Mike. I hope you're not mad at me.
I love you too, Jimmie. I had fun filming, and those will always be great memories.
All right.
buddy. I love you guys.
All right, Jimmie.
Thanks,
Love you,
Jimmie.
Jimmie.
Thanks.
Where
Bimbo.
are you, Jimmie?
By the way, guys, thanks for all the love on Monday.
Where are you?
I'm in a restaurant called Addo Lamberti's, but I had to go in the back. It's too noisy.
Wait,
So I'm
where
in
are
the
you?
back.
Where did you say?
I'm at an Italian restaurant, Cherry Hill, having dinner called Addo
Dude,
Lamberti's.
I love that. Like, I feel like you're in a restaurant like 80% of your day.
It's really good here.
Yeah, I see. All right,
got the
Jimmie.
better
We'll talk soon, I'm sure.
Peace and love, guys. Love you.
All right, peace and love, Jimmie.
Love you.
Bye, Jimmie.
All right. Leave it off the screen for a second here.
Okay,
thank you.
keep Mike
Bye,
on
kids.
the call.
All right. Bye-bye.
What the hell, man? I cannot believe that Jimmie somehow is ingrained himself. So, like, how does he do it?
I don't know. And Mike, you're a saint for the grace that you handled that with. I don't think I could have been that nice.
Oh, Jimmie's great.
Okay.
Jimmie's great. You just have to know how to set your boundaries. You got to hit the "Can I call you later?" and just let the 15 texts
Zach
come
needs
in
to
right
learn.
after that.
Yeah.
But Mike, here's the fucked up
Yeah.
thing. You're gonna get 5 more calls from him, probably about 15 minutes.
You
Yep,
just
and we have mute. We
Yeah.
have mute. We have mute the text.
Yes.
So that's what we do.
you just
And we move on.
Sure do,
we keep
Mike.
it moving.
the thing is
We
like
push
when dealing with Jimmie, Zach, I agree with Mike. Mute the text, mute the calls, and then when you want to talk to him, you reach out.
Yep.
Because Jimmie would be on the phone with you 24/7 if you'd let him.
Yeah.
I knew something was up when I called him to give him an update on the project, and he didn't pick up because I was like, "Hey, I'm finishing up this boogie," and I'm like, and then I texted him, and I got left unread. I'm like, something fishy going on. Jimmie Lee is not calling me and answering my text.
I mean, either that or he died.
And I saw the poster, and so. But
That's
I
a
would
sh- you know-
everyone go check out. Check out the Jimmie Lee documentary. Alex did a great job, and it was well told for it.
What a guy.
Well, as you said, as his fame grows, the demand for this documentary will only increase. So let's get back to Boogie, though. If you have a minute, feel free to sign off if you have something.
It's fun.
I just wanted to watch a few more clips, so I'm going to continue to do that, and then I want to ask you some questions about the time you spent with him. I wanted to ask you something. The documentary doesn't exactly paint him in a good light. Were you concerned about how he was going to react to the film, especially considering he was probably the main promoter of it at the beginning.
Yeah, for me, when I first hit him up, from the first call, it was I was clear, like, hey, if we're gonna make this, it's going to be in the theme of all of these other videos that are assessing you. You know, the Sunny V2, the Christopher Tom type, you know, kind of takedowns. Not in a sense that he's not gonna have a shot to tell his story, but the whole point of it was to try to tell an accurate thing. I have spent my whole sort of corporate life marketing brands and things. So I was not interested in helping him do any PR.
Well, that certainly wouldn't have been interesting at all.
Yeah. So and we were so I basically told him as we're shooting, and then as I'm in the edit, hey, this is kind of what's making the edit. This is the sort of the different chapters. This is what we go into. So by the time he watched the final thing, he was pretty well in the loop of what.
That's smart. You set his expectations in the right place from the beginning. All right, let me watch through some of these clips here. Let's see. Oh, God damn it! Close the fucking doc. All right, give me a sec here, Mike. I like to think this show is better run than Jimmie.
It's a well-oiled machine over here at the H3 Podcast.
But, sometimes my documents just close for no reason, but we love it.
Mike.
So I want to
get you
watch
off that Mac and onto a good computer like a Dell or something.
Okay, it's not loading everything. What the fuck? Okay,
what's happening?
That's what was happening to me last night when I was
All
trying
right, it loaded. All right, so this was my favorite moment, and I'm sure a lot of people agree. Boogie, at a certain point, under your suggestion, realizes that he needs to get a job. And he goes to a career counselor, or was it a recruiter?
Recruiter, yeah.
So with the prospects of being hired, and this scene is really, I think, tremendous.
Nice to meet you. My name is Dawn.
I set Boogie up with
or
professional
Steve.
staffing
Okay,
agency.
what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve. No problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah,
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside to that is I am extremely depressed. So there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name,
whatever you prefer,
you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay.
So what was your reaction as you saw that unfolding? Did you think he pitched himself good?
Oh, fabulously. I mean, how could you not hire him after that? But no, really, I think, whenever Boogie just doesn't want to get a job, let's be clear.
That's kind of, yeah.
It's obvious. And when you bring it up to him, even on a one-on-one basis, privately, these are concepts as he does fixate on. Is there workarounds to the felony, to the obviously mental health or obesity or whatever? Yes, but he is so fixated on them, and unfortunately, I don't think he'll ever get a job. That sense.
I mean, certainly not interviewing like that, but like you said, I think. Yeah. But I mean, to just come out and be like, yeah. So if you search my name, I may have been accused of beating my ex-wife and being a pedophile. Like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, and I think I had called this random staffing company and I'm like, hey, I'm filming this documentary with this YouTuber in town. So they had no idea who this guy was. They didn't really know what we're filming. So they're kind of taking it very seriously. Like this is going to be like this serious interview and it's going to help make their company look good because they're going to help them get a job. And obviously, she's just kind of what's going on. So it was really, the most awkward part was it was almost kind of a prank on her
Right.
unintentionally.
Right.
And you start filming and you're like, oh, he's trolling. He's trolling this.
So
But
you think
at the
that
same time,
you think that monologue of Boogie's was, how much of it was just sincere, like, here, I'm just a mess, or like, I'm just gonna make a scene so that I never get a fucking job, or maybe it's entertaining for the documentary?
I think it was a combination of both. I mean,
Right.
if you talk to him outside of filming or whatever about getting a job, he will say the same things, maybe not with the same punchiness and delivery. But and to some extent he has some points. Like, it's definitely would be hard for him to get a job, but because he's so fixated on how hard it would be, it's pretty much going to make it even harder.
But props to her. She was really professional throughout. She didn't even bat an eye. The next thing I wanted to ask you about was the part with his girlfriend, who she's 20 years old and Boogie is 49. Although I have to say that she looks extremely young. I think she looks even younger than 20. Was filming this part uncomfortable for you? So much so, in fact, there's a shot. It appears that you're in the room with them as they're having some kind of intimate exchange.
Yeah. It was so the first sort of half of the film, the guy's single, and there's actually a deleted scenes where I got him a trainer, I got him a dietitian, we did a makeover, I tried to get him a girlfriend, and so there was these, in the deep Boogie sphere, there was conspiracies that this was the orchestrated girlfriend I got him. But it wasn't. So then he actually started dating this girl in real life. And then I'm like, okay, well, obviously we have to put this in the doc. So we came back out and started filming. And yeah, it wasn't that uncomfortable for me. I mean, I think, it's part of life. And it's, I think, sort of was entertaining, if nothing else. And it captured a piece of reality that they partake in. So,
well, as Taylor Swift said, love will find you when you least expect it.
That's true. She's the only one that has ever said that.
And are you a Swiftie?
No, I am not.
Okay. Don't ever admit that
Honestly,
online. You want me to button that out? You retake that.
Yes, please. I love
huge,
Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
huge fan. Huge fan. We love Taylor. She's iconic. Okay, so here's this part with his girlfriend.
So this is Desi. You can call her Desiree.
Yep, Desiree.
We've been dating
That
now
just makes me
for
so uncomfortable.
months.
And they're still together, right? Which kind of surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're still together. I think some of the documentary sort of hype has maybe thrown a little some rockiness. There's the whole drama sphere of if she's this paid person or whatever, and it maybe has caused some strife in their relationship.
Well, we
but
know one
they are
thing for
still
sure.
together.
He doesn't have money to pay her.
That's true. He does not have a lot of money. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what it was. It was, I guess it's his energy, his curly hair, his glasses. I must be into nerds. I don't know. He's just adorable to me. I like him. He was going through a lot, and I randomly hit him up on Instagram, and I told him that I support him and that I'm always here for him and stuff. And so it started from there.
On paper, it just doesn't really add up, right? It doesn't make sense on paper, but then practice and in reality, there was just something there.
So it was pretty crazy, but I just felt it. I felt an energy connection to him before I even met him, and I don't know. That's just.
So she's living with him full time, right?
Yeah, they live together. I think they moved in after maybe only a month or so of talking. They met on Instagram, and they Snapchatted, and then she moved in.
And does she have like? I guess I won't probe too deep into her. You know what I mean? She's a sweet young person. It seems like, and you know.
The
But
longer
the
we
sex scenes
spent
really
talking,
took me by surprise.
I don't know, at different stages he
You
is
just
getting.
fast
May or
forward
may
a bit.
not sit around fantasizing about it and thinking about you loved it.
I'd say yes.
That's a good sign.
Boogie has improved my life tremendously, so that just that you need, and so it's just
Trying to find.
I help with the dog. Yes,
She.
it makes it look better.
I used to have a cat. I'm a creepy dude.
I found that person. If you're a
I'm trying to
he-
find the sex scene. It's up here, right? Yeah, I mean.
What?
Yeah.
Let me message you something.
Okay. It's not really a sex scene.
It's more of a bathtub makeout scene.
Let me ask you this: is the
Uh,
documentary green or yellow?
For me,
Yeah.
it's not limited ads.
Oh shit! I better not
Uh,
show it then. Yeah, I better
Yeah.
not show it. Fuck. All right. Well, it shows them basically getting it on in the tub. And were you there filming it?
Oh yeah, I was there. I was filming basically everything,
And so-
that was really a culmination. If you in the beginning of the film, then this was before this girl was even part of the situation. You know, he's talking about he's had these intimate experiences in the bathtub, and these were some of the best moments of his life. That's kind of this story that we introduced very early in the beginning.
True.
And when that opportunity came, I'm like, hey, if this is something you're doing, this is an activity you're sharing in, and this is how you express yourself with your significant other, as long as it's not pornographic, can we, film this? And he agreed.
It was genuinely like a great shot, as uncomfortable as it made me, to like the story. How far did they take it with you in there, Mike? Did you have to excuse yourself at some point, or did you ride the coaster?
I wrote there was no sexual penetration, or I don't believe any sexual stimulation going on. There certainly was making out and laying on the chest.
Okay.
I can't say for certain what they were doing under the water. I just don't think there was any type of sexual activity.
Okay,
going
so
on.
you weren't feeling.
Mostly kiss.
Yeah. So I guess I want to ask you broadly. Oh no, specifically at the end. Maybe I'll show it. I'll cue you up because this is a great moment. When he. Let's see.
Showed up.
Here.
You genuinely believe that I could make her come?
I did when I showed up, but I'm slowly realizing that you're absolutely fucked.
Okay, all right,
And so this seems to be a genuine observation of yours. Is that accurate to your experience with him?
Yeah, I mean, in a certain way, he is fucked. But I do think, from in a variety of ways. But I think at times he really does have a positive outlook, and he bounces between a very, very dire outlook and a rational, positive, optimistic outlook. And he struggles a lot with anxiety. And I think the anxiety causes him to hyperfixate on negative feedback or negativity, and then he'll bounce into a positive mindset. So I was maybe playing it up a bit in that clip, just to kind of poke fun at the situation. But I do think he has a future. I mean, he ultimately, whether his brand is loved or hated, he is a forever brand on YouTube.
Definitely, yeah.
At the very least, everyone will think every 3 to 6 months, what's Boogie doing? And they'll go
It's true.
search his thing, and he'll always pull 5, 10, 15,000 views, even if that forever, I think.
That's
So,
true. Yeah, I agree. What was your take on the whole boxing thing? I mean, that was cool that was included too. There was so much happening in the documentary.
Yeah, that was one of the things we didn't hit too much on, but it was such a big event in his life that I had to put something in. It's tough when you're doing a film like this. Like, it's such a long process, and when these quick events kind of pop up, it's like, well, even if I go film it, will this be still that relevant?
Right.
4 months, 8 months down the road when I actually get this edit truly done. So I think I tried to focus on stuff that was more evergreen and more relatable beyond kind of a 1 month hype cycle.
Do you have any plans to take this to like a film festival outside the YouTube sphere or anything like that?
Maybe I'm just having it's just so much fun to be able to put it out and just see people's feedback. Like if this was just on Hulu or something and maybe I made a bit more money than I would have. The whole reason I'm doing this is to see the feedback and have fun with it and engage with people. So, if I'm able to somehow create that, engagement through those, but honestly, I'm really liking this project. I'm going to keep doing this and
Nice.
until otherwise.
Is there? You've spent a lot of time with him. A lot of people haven't. Obviously, he has a reputation online. Was there anything that surprised you about being with him?
I mean, he actually is someone that is deeply concerned about what other people think about him and to his own detriment. He's actually a very a nice guy. It just gets very anxious. And because he's so concerned about what people think about him, he will try to convince you otherwise, and to the extent that back in 2017, 2018, when there were these little pockets of Reddit, or maybe someone did do a takedown video, he would just spend the whole month hyper fixating on those things. So I think that the amount of visceral anger people have towards Boogie, and then when you actually spend a few hours with him or whatever, he actually is a sweet, nice guy. It's just that when he gets alone and he scrolls Twitter, he just gets, kind of gets in these mindsets of fight back. The other thing he's never really had, even when he was married, he never really had a solid PR manager, business partner, kind of someone that he could bounce those ideas off of and be like, hey, don't put out a video about the Reddit, or don't put out a video clapping back, right? So he would do a lot of things that I think if he had a good kind of PR business manager back then, he'd still be the Boogie that we knew.
Can you give us a glimpse? Are you working on any projects at the moment besides Jimmie Lee, who's obviously been canned?
Yeah. Well, there are some that have started and have some limbo. Getting the feedback I've gotten on this, you kind of realize the quality it needs to be. And sometimes you start a project and it's interesting, but I do have a few that I definitely could see coming out. And I have some other ones that, when I was hitting people up, I'm like, hey, I'm going to put it on my channel. And I had no channel. I had 0 subscribers. So
Right.
like,
True.
why would we do this? So, and I don't blame them, but now, hey, it's like, hey, here's the proof of what I can do, and so I could see a lot more. But I do like the biopic stuff, but I definitely want to do more that's general topics down the road.
Yeah, is it your focus on YouTubers, or are you kind of looking more broadly?
I would say, to start, I felt obviously on YouTube, it was because I saw these super viral, just voiceover documentaries. I figured, hey, let's start in that pocket. But I'm not like really. I love YouTube, but I'm not. I couldn't see myself making YouTuber documentaries for forever. So my goal would be to do this, have some fun with it, and see where it goes.
Mike, I heard a rumor that you were filming something with Trisha Paytas.
That certainly is. It's confirmable on YouTube. She's got a video. We did film with Trisha. I know this is close to home for you and maybe some family and some other things. So, I don't want to start any drama.
Not at all.
Yeah, we filmed.
You couldn't possibly.
Yeah, the documentary went on pause. It had a certain angle, and that
What was the
sort
angle?
of kind of. Well, I hit her up to kind of just do a general biopic life. She has obviously Trisha's an interesting,
Definitely,
dynamic.
no doubt. Yeah, there's no question
So
about
I'm like,
that.
hey, I was like, and so part of it was, so we filmed for a week, and one of the big pieces she wanted to hit on was this Reddit that was in her defense. It was like 40,000 people that all they did all day, every 10 minutes was speculate on some specific thing about her and how she was parenting.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
terrible.
This really,
I have no idea what that's like.
Yeah, So anyway, we started filming and we were kind of documenting. And then basically in the process of filming, one of the scenes I sort of directed was having her email Reddit and, put all the evidence in and email them. And then I think and then inside of her Reddit, there was all these cross theories that I was against her or for her, or this was to do things. And then all of the people in her Reddit started.
Button? Is it bad? I don't know what that is.
No, didn't we make frenemies 1,200 at some point?
Do we have a frenemies 10,000?
I have frenemies 12.
Oh, it was 12.
No,
Yeah. Because just the number kept going up.
Which ironically is, as far as I can tell, a bunch of disgruntled Trisha fans who are fucking well, they are probably some of the most dedicated fans of the show, which honestly is a good thing.
The Reddit, though, during the process of filming, got completely obliterated.
Right.
You cannot make a Trisha Reddit. So it was like then
good.
It kind of came up that I was doing this Boogie thing, and then it wasn't clear whose channel then it was going to go on, and then we came to an agreement. But with everything going on, I'm not sure exactly where the project will fall. Trisha's great. It was great filming with her. It was a genuine experience. But the angle didn't. It sort of stopped. So
I feel like you keep running into some bad luck, like with the Trisha thing. Then the subreddit gets fixed. I mean, obviously that's good for her, but bad for your work. And then Jimmie Lee just absolutely double crossed you. It's a lot of rough goes.
Trisha really didn't do anything wrong. That was kind of a mutual thing that it like whatever. Also for me, I didn't want to put out anything that wasn't like hitting and really good. So like if I'm just going to put out something kind of average, it was like not as interesting. With Jimmie, I think Jimmie has this thing that he thinks, and maybe it's happening with the Bobby Lee thing, he thinks he can like override all other people's processes to just expedite things immedately because he wants to move quick. And it unfortunately didn't really work, I think he was just really excited to get a doc out and had probably somebody else hit.
Nobody's laughing. I'm gonna button it out.
What? Wait, what?
Just
Why?
we didn't laugh at a joke you made?
Well, I thought maybe I was being too harsh.
I don't even think it's a joke. I kind of think he thinks that.
Yeah. Well, I'll let people guess about.
It wasn't anything.
But
that
anyway,
bad,
Mike, I gotta say, I am a fan. I think you are a super talented dude, and
Yeah.
I really look forward to more projects from you.
Yeah, and this is so fun coming on. I remember, I think it was 2015, I saw the Ty Lopez douche triangle video.
Yes.
And that pulled me into the sphere of H3. And,
That's nice. Thank you.
You're a legend, and it's so much fun coming.
Thank you. That's nice. We love to hear it. But it just, by the way, it just went up from 1.5 to 1.6. So
let's go.
I don't know where this video is going to end up view-wise, but I think it's got a lot of momentum. I think it's going to get up there. It's hard to find a good hour-long video that's really high quality to watch on YouTube. So
I have a question for you though. who do you want outside of Jimmie Lee? Obviously, that would be a great documentary if I made it. Who do you think I should do next? If you could pick anyone or connect with anyone that you want to see, I will get to work.
Oh
But
my
what would you
God.
want to see next?
I have legit. So, okay. There's this dude. Oh my God. There's so many good options. I'm thinking, first of all, C-Man. He is this extraordinarily bizarre, mysterious, endearing character. He's a gay man that makes.
How do you spell it?
Just C, the letter C, man.
Uh-huh.
He makes gay, homosexual pornography, specifically focused on feet. And we found him because we got a random fucking ad on YouTube. It was a video of his bare feet driving, pushing on a pedal while driving. And the ad was, do you want to be a model in my foot? In my foot movies.
And to be clear, it's specifically bare feet driving. Not just like general foot porn, but like it has to be people like guys in cars driving around.
Pedal pumping.
Pedal pumping,
So
right.
it's called Barefoot Brothers Drive.
Barefoot Brothers Drive. Yeah.
And so we got a hold of him after seeing this ad. And there's this whole world of Seaman that is stunning. I think I would die to watch a documentary.
He's called into the show a number of times, Mike. That would probably be a good place to start because I don't think that's probably the only place to start really with his sort of public appearances.
Yeah, I'm Googling. I'm trying to find.
No.
I'm trying to find
He's
Seaman.
so underground. He's so underground. Everyone in the audience knows exactly what I'm saying because he is kind of a prolific H3 character now, but nobody know. Oh, Shoe Nice would be a crazy one too.
Oh wow!
He commented on the trailer. I think Vice did something with him back in 2015. There might be a whole new arc.
I saw the Vice one, but I don't.
him.
I think there's so much more to do.
Right, so much more to cover with him. Yeah.
Although he's a little, I would be a little just. I would be a tiny bit afraid for your safety. Not like fully, but like he is somewhat unpredictable.
He's sort of our Joker in a way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Seaman wouldn't
There we
hurt
go.
you. He might come on your feet, but he wouldn't hurt you.
Oh, it'll come on my feet. That sounds.
He'll definitely try, I think, from what I understand about him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If you want, I can send you some timestamps of our convos with him, and I can put you in touch. Seaman,
Yeah, that'd be great.
Shirtless Eddie would be a really interesting one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Shirtless Eddie.
Hunger
Oh,
FF.
I've seen that guy on. Yeah, I've seen that guy.
Shirtless Eddie's interesting character. I think
Because
Seaman.
part of my original outreach was sort of your. I don't want to call him whack pack, but sort of your. Your spirit.
Yeah, we'll get sued if you call it that.
No, I don't like that
Oh,
because
yeah.
here's
No,
what
no.
I don't like the comparison. I'm not saying anything. I want to make it clear though because the whack pack's a Howard Stern thing, and I feel like the people that he brings on like that, he's way more. I want to say judgmental and rude to. I hope that we have more of a mutual respect and somewhat of a genuine interest in these people, not so much just like you know what I mean. They're more like they're just orbiters. They're H3 orbiters.
Right.
Who did you reach out to?
I had hit up. So there was Jimmie Lee, and he got back quick, and
Yeah.
he's on it. So that I was. I hit up White Claw Gabe.
Good.
You know, just like what is going on? What is this? Right? Who is it? I tried to find the Joe Biden. What is this? What does he do? Joe Biden. He's
Wally
just- does
P.
a crazy
Wow. He
TikTok.
is so hard to find.
Yeah.
He would be fantastic, but
I was trying to find because I know you did a show with him, and there was like some kid that seemed to kind of be his
He's in
manager.
jail now.
And, you know,
the kid is in
Oh, he's
jail.
in jail.
Yeah.
That's never.
Yeah, so we kind of lost.
He may
lost our
have
point of
embezzled the
contact.
money we raised for him as well. I'm not
Maybe.
totally fair.
I don't think so because I have seen pictures of.
He wound up with the
Wally
car.
in a car.
Yeah.
So I think he got a car at
Yeah.
least.
No, I don't think. I don't think he went to jail for anything Wally related. I think it was unrelated
Okay, that's
crimes
good.
that he committed.
People are saying Fousey
So
too.
I hit them up. You know, Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll be happy to put you in touch with anyone I can that you'd be interested in. Patrice Wilson, holy shit, that'd be nuts.
oh yeah, that would be good. I would do that.
You could probably get a hold of him. He seems like someone that's trying to get the word out about this project.
I have so the one I had the biggest one I was going to be able to try to get before the channel was started was Steve-O. And we were talking and it was like this big thing of whose channel is going on. So I followed up with them today. I'm like, hey, my new doc got 1.5 million views. So Steve-O, I'm ready to do it. He's got a really cool, I think, angle that we would come out with. So
That's true, I'll put in a good word too. I'll text him and tell him that you're a good guy, and I think you guys make a good documentary.
Well, I appreciate that, and I will credit you as associate producer.
Executive. Executive. Here, I'll text him right now because I'm really bad at remembering to do shit. Yo, putting in a good word for Mike Klum.
Yeah, dude.
Super
I'm
talented.
not trying to be that guy. It is Klum. With
Klum.
Klum. It's all good.
You're not that
know?
guy. Listen, that's your name.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
It's Mike Klum. Super talented
Mike.
documentarian.
The mic.
He mentioned wanting to do a doc with you. Just wanted to put in a good word. And that will be executive producer credits.
That's how it's done, baby. That's Hollywood. That's a little peek behind the scenes y'all got.
That'd be cool. I don't know if there's ever been a proper Steve-O documentary. Maybe, I don't know.
And there's a really cool angle that we had talked about, and I think it would do really well. And he wanted to put it on YouTube too. It's just, I get it. I had 0 subscribers. I'm sure people get emails all the time, but I really believed that I could do it, and I hope the Boogie is a good testament to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. I mean, wow. Really cool. And nice to connect with you. Thank you for calling in. That was a nice, happy crossing of paths there.
Yes, and I got the Jimmie call out of the way. It was 2 birds, 1 stone.
That's true. It's nice that. Jimmie. What are we gonna do with him, man?
We can bond
Great
over
guy.
his craziness.
Great guy. Yeah. So,
All right,
well,
Mike.
I appreciate you guys having me on. It's fun. So
I just got a cough drop fragment in my throat.
It's a great way to wrap up the conversation.
You good?
All right, Mike. Take care. Fantastic connecting. And we look forward to seeing more. Well done, sir. Thank you. All right, that's
Later.
Mike Klum. Klum.
It's Klum.
Sorry, Mike Klum.
Well, that was a happy
cool.
accident there.
Yeah. Who do you think would be like a really good subject for a documentary?
I have to think about it a little bit more. I think the suggestions you threw out aren't bad. I mean, I would consider some options outside the H3 sphere too, just like some internet personalities that have remained mysterious.
Like who? Review Bra?
I guess we don't know much about Review Bra, do we?
No.
Yeah. It is interesting.
I think Drew Monson would be amazing. Do you know who that is?
That's the girl that like slam dunks on.
No, Drew Monson was in like Shane videos growing up, but Drew was like 13 when they met, and he grew up on YouTube, and he comes out with like
I don't know
these videos of him just speaking into the camera now, and he's talked about like feeling lost on YouTube now. So I think it would be a super interesting doc.
Oh, you know what? Well, I guess this would be stepping on Ian's toes a bit, but I was going to say Dax Flame, but that's kind of Ian's whole. He's got a lot going on with him.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you got to think of one that nobody's really gotten yet. Because Shoe Nice is a good suggestion, but he even pointed out that even like Vice did a whole thing on him. I remember.
The Vice thing was pretty superficial.
Yeah, and it was a long time ago now.
The thing is, like, Boogie is not somebody that can commit to anything. So I would be worried if I was him getting into a project with him, despite it being certainly amazing. Let's see, what else did we not talk about?